Hey,
Hi.
how are you, cat?
Kind of grouchy, honestly, but I'm good.
I hope you're better than last week at least.
Yeah, slightly. I might pause a lot because I'm still coughing, but yeah.
Yeah.
Bleh.
Okay. Mm, Hey.
Hi.
Oh fuck, that is super low. What do I need to change?
Man, I'm on the
Mm-hmm.
opposite side. Everyone is super fucking loud right now.
Go again?
Everybody's loud on mine.
It's this knob. All right, we're clear. Hello, everyone.
Hello, hello. Can you hear us just fine?
So,
No.
I can, yes. I had my knob turned down, so we're good now. I just had to try to be smart for a little bit. How are we all doing this fine afternoon, evening, morning across the globe?
I'm tired.
Yeah, that's been the fucking week,
me
honestly.
too. Yeah.
It's been the fucking year. You.
Yeah.
Very true. Very true. Oh, man, yeah. I mean, last week was just fucking all bets are off in terms of what was going on. And then it's just been very overcast and rainy this week, so it's been hard getting up. So, how about you fine individuals though? What's been going on?
I mean, I had a nice weekend, but it's like you have some planned vacations, but a lot of things are happening with your work and life stuff. So you go there, you have fun. I did have fun, but I was like thinking, yeah, when I return, I have to make up for those days that I
Uh,
spent carefree.
yeah. Man, I know that, yeah. But I mean, good that you still had fun. So this was let's try to was this was this a music or dancing thing? Or I think of someone else.
Yeah, it was a blues
Okay.
dancing festival.
Right. Cool. So was it to your expectation? I know you had fun, but was it like what you hoped it to be?
The parties and the stuff that it had on the nights were really good, even better than I thought. The
Oh, cool.
day lessons, not so good, but I guess it evens
Mm.
up. So overall, it was good.
Good, awesome.
Hmm.
I guess there's just something more, romanticized about dancing at night. So,
Yeah,
Aw.
I'll need to be right back for 1 minute. Right back.
Ooh. So about you, cat of a thousand faces.
I'm tired. My throat hurts. I'm coughing.
Ah,
I got some
yeah.
cough drops near me though.
I feel like
Man, fucking so what
Everyone's
is
getting
what is the
sick
weather on the
recently.
floor? Ooh, as an orator, me not being able to talk is a big declination of hope. How's the weather in Florida? That's what I was trying to fucking get at.
Fine.
It's fine. Yeah, had some warm this week and the last week, while dreary, have been pretty warm, so it's been all right.
That's nice.
Oof, you got to give me more than that, man.
I don't have.
There it is.
Has it snowed at all in Japan?
It hasn't, no. And shit. Actually, the past couple years, it's only snowed like 3 times, and it's never stuck for more than like half a day or a day.
Oh, that's interesting.
You know, Heart of Tokyo doesn't really have the snow stick as other places, so it gets
Yeah.
balls cold eventually, January-ish, but not
Yeah,
not a whole lot of snow.
From what I heard, like Japan has like on average one of the highest amounts of snowfall in the world. That's interesting.
I guess it depends where, yeah. Just because, you know, Tokyo itself, it's whatever. But if you get up into the God, I need some fucking speaking juice or something. Fuck. But if you get up into like northern like Hokkaido area, that I think it's already like been fucking huge feet of snowfall for the past month or so up there.
Mm.
Which is where I'm gonna go in February, and while I hate the cold, it's been a couple years since I've seen actual fucking snow, so might as well. Well, and you know, we go up to Fuji every once in a while. There's snow up there, obviously, but otherwise, just doing the grind. All right. Well, if it's the three of us, it's going to be slightly complicated, but we can still pull it off.
True.
Broden
Indeed.
said he'll be here in a few, so it would be the four of us.
Well, we only got drunk little kids to hang out with, right? That's basically the gist of this one.
I believe so. Yes.
Wait, when did drunk come into the equation?
I don't know. I'm pretty sure they've been drinking. I mean,
I
Braze
mean,
has been
yeah.
lying.
it's medieval times, and there's kids in a newly made city. Everyone's fucking drunk. I can only imagine.
Actually, we should ask PG that. Like, what is the drinking age limit in Tesseria?
I came at the proper time, I see. Well, I mean, it's a fantasy world, so not all is the same. But in the actual world, the medieval cities, the ones that didn't drink actually died of water poisoning. Drinking was safer than water, so.
Ah,
Mead for everyone.
there we go. Locke's a health nut. It turns out, living the holistic, safe lifestyle. So
That makes
I would-
sense for Mom.
I would only assume that all the kids are drunk then. So yeah, your logic checks out.
But as I said, fantasy world. I mean, there is drinking. Of course, there is. In some places, more prominent than the other. Nothing stranger to that than our actual world here.
All right. So on the spot world building, dear Bravo Gulf. So we have a area of Tesseria, that is rampant with mustachioed individuals. What location in Tesseria has the biggest population of dancers?
I'd assume Midland, since it is the
Fair.
kingdom of beauty and the arts. And elves are dancing in general. I imagine they are. So I guess Elven Land
The
as well.
saloon elves.
Stereotypic of myself. Alright, we're waiting for either Brennan or Jeremy to join. Brennan said he will be there in a few. And when they join us, we are going to begin. Are you gonna do anything for the winter holidays? Any of you?
Well-
Work.
Yeah, there's that. I'm going up to northern Japan in February time frame just to experience the piss load of snow they always get. In terms of the actual holiday stuff, I'm just sticking around and taking advantage of no one working, so that there's not much work to do.
Mm-hmm.
I imagine Kat sleeping. I'll answer for her.
I'm just gonna be around.
I know that was a bait question. What are you doing for the holidays, BG?
I have to make up for the vacations that I did in the previous week. So mostly work, but it's gonna be fine. I mean, I'm getting very close to our first the play, the premiere. It.
Ah, yes.
It's on the 14th of January, so around a month from now. So we're going to be having some extra rehearsals and stuff, but that's really nice. I mean, I enjoy that a lot.
Yeah, yeah. With all the work you're putting into it, I mean, you're not going to be acting as well, right?
I am.
Ah!
I mean, it's really hard to find male people that both can act and sing. It's like the society has put a limit that if you do more than one art and you are a male, we don't consider you that much of a male. You are stunted upon, and you know,
Ah.
you know how our
Oh.
society is.
Oh, God. Yes. Fantastic.
So yeah,
Man.
it's vivid in Greece. I'm sure it's vivid in other places as well. In that sense, it's not like we have the uniqueness on such nice opinions.
No, that's true.
So yeah, I had very much trouble finding a male protagonist. So I did it myself. I'm not that happy about it. I'm not sad though. I'm like, okay, this is a cool role.
Yeah.
I have to embrace it and have fun with it. I wish I didn't have to do it because, you know, I could be more focused on other aspects of the play. But it's still nice. I mean, I don't want to grinch about such a cool role that I'm having.
Oh, yeah. That is pretty cool. If only I spoke the Grecian language and had a ticket to Greece, I would view such menstruations for myself. But it sounds like it's gonna be cool.
It is.
And at the end, you can be
I hope
like,
so. I hope so.
yeah. And at the end, when everyone's taking the bow, you can just take them. I can be like, half of all this was fucking me. You're welcome, and just rake in the applause.
BG.
Yeah.
You got your degree in physics, is that right?
I'm close, but I have abandoned it for quite some time,
Oh.
so I don't think I'm getting that.
Jeez, what kind of? Did you not pay attention the last time? Ugh.
I
What
did
a
it
question to bring
apparently.
up again.
Well, I was just asking because I'm like, because we've heard a lot of like you doing a lot of theater, and then you also play piano. You're just so well rounded. What got you into doing the arts?
Yeah, what made you want to excel at fucking everything you try?
I don't excel at anything. I'm good at a lot of stuff, but I don't excel. See, I originally wanted to go along with music, but I was like, okay, let's do something else and music as well at the same time, so physics. But yeah, over the years, my interest for music and the arts prevailed, so I was like, yeah, I'm gonna focus on that.
Have you considered just doing music theory?
Yeah, it is a much probable future for me. We'll see. Hey, Brennan.
Hi,
Ew.
Gray.
Hello, Tristan.
How's everyone doing?
We're alive. And
We're alive.
here.
Alive, generally well. Yes. Yeah, we're here. We're here as this mishmash bit of family. Let me be the first to open the seal. How are you doing, Tristan? What's going on with you?
What's going on with me? Much. Same old, same old. Baking bread. Making new cakes for Christmas.
Ooh.
There's, you know, while I admire that kind of skill, there's got to be something else to you more than bread, man. Come on, we gotta hit on something else.
He's
Bread
like-
and
I
bong
just got back
ripping.
from
Give
San
me something
Diego.
else. What's
I
that?
went to go hang. I just got back from San Diego.
Hey,
Went to
there we
hang out
go.
for San-
Was that a family thing or just because San
Nope.
Diego?
Just chilling with my friend.
Cool.
I only have like one friend that I like grew up with, out here in California,
Oh.
from the East Coast. So it's we've been hanging out a lot for the past couple of years, and especially now that it's only like really the two of us out in California. So we go. He
Aw.
comes to LA every once in a while. I drive down to San Diego. So
That's pretty
Go
cool. Yeah.
down to Tijuana, get some drinks, and
w-
tacos.
we did do that. We did do a taco tour one time.
Ooh.
We went down to Tijuana for the day, got some tacos, came back.
Yum.
That's fucking sweet.
Yeah, it's
But
always
I-
great when you can go to a different country just for their food.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, I feel like I'm missing. Of course, it is a lock that I am missing on the Roll20 page.
Oh fuck.
Oh my god.
You're on another Roll20 page, admit it.
No,
No,
Jared?
I'm-
Guess not.
I'm sure Ogvar will show up eventually.
Disrespectfully late.
How dare you? So late. Who does that? That late? to a game?
That late. So late notice. I do horchata and churros now. I mean,
Oh,
that feels so
Oh, you do them?
wintry.
Well, yeah, you could argue that's some good winter stuff. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. There's a vegan place in San Diego, and it does a mean fucking horchata milkshake. It is so good. Highly recommend. I
Is
think
it?
it's near.
Isn't horchata already vegan?
Yeah, I started the wrong activity.
No, not necessarily, because I think some people use like actual cream with the rice milk, but
Oh.
yeah. And also, I was saying milkshake, so just in case. But it's awesome. It's like a little like retro 50s diner next to Leola. Leola? I think
See,
it's-
I've been looking for that because I have not been able to find a diner out here, and it is making me super upset.
it's so good. I wonder. Let me see if I can find them.
Dude, explain to me why California doesn't have diners. I just don't get it. No diners, no delis, no good bagel shops.
Oh, I don't know. Oh, bagel shops. That's so New York, though.
I need my bagels. Do you know that I make whenever somebody from my family from the East Coast comes to visit me, a rule is that per person they have to bring a dozen bagels.
Really? That's so cute. But you can just make them yourself.
No, no, it's not the same.
No?
No, it's not the
No?
same. I need my bagels from Goldberg's.
Oh.
All right, enough with the bagels already, Brennan. I mean, so much. I'm joking. Let's go back to our world. We're here on this area. We're here on Millstone.
Ash, knock it
And
off.
who wants to do us the recap of what occurred on our previous session?
Let's see.
Mm-hmm.
Sorry, give me a second. As we said goodbye to Mousy and Vanet and Dalliance, we all made it back to Millstone, where Juniper has a very strange dream about a woman in a sea of stars, not being able to remember much else of it. Ogvar, on arrival, is reminded several times that he has a speech to give to the children of the village for reasons. With Kyanna telling him that she wanted children of her own. Not with Ogvar, of course, just in general. Braynon, let's see. Everybody, interestingly enough, seems to have a child come to them at roughly the same time to speak to them. Braynon getting a cabin boy after telling him that his father was a sailor. Let's see. With Juniper, Locke, and Ogvar each having a child come to them as well. Let's see. One, but I forgot how freaking ripped these kids were.
They
The one talking to Ogvar, saying that his name is Makthir, and that he's a half-blood, and therefore his blood is quote-unquote spoiled. He's hoping to have a tournament to prove himself to the others. The one speaking to Juniper, revealing that that the girl used to date one of the other boys, I don't remember which, and that she wants to beat him up for, quite honestly, a lot of reasons. She gave like 3 or 4 reasons. Like one is, she was very opinionated. And then Kayena came to Belgos. Oh yeah. Kayena came to Belgos asking for help supervising the tournament, to which the two of them actually bonded over being from the Underdark. And with Belgos agreeing to help, along with their 2 apprentices, to make sure that no one died. Ogvar, Juniper, and Locke all discussed the tournament, and Ogvar's both understandable but overly stated disapproval of the tournament, because he was very, very worried that someone might get hurt or killed, especially the young woman beating her ex to death. And then Braynon went to his cabin boy's mother to figure out that not only was the young man's father still alive, I don't believe he ever actually was a sailor.
That's right.
And we ended with everyone comparing notes on the children that just showed up to talk to them. As well as the discussion of the speech and the tournament.
Alright. There was one more thing. I recall at the end, Locke did visit also the household of Toby, it was. Only to see that, to do a proper check, because he did notice earlier on that Toby was a bit bruised and stuff like that. So he went in to take a good look of the parents, plural, singular. Met the father there with a guard attire. Smelled a little bit drunk. Uncertain about that, but a bit intoxicated perhaps. And indeed, here we are. As during the last day, Ogvar has been quite busy preparing his lecture, but you can see him, Juniper, in the house. Compared to how he was the previous days, at least he's starting to calm a bit down. He's still anxious, but not like panicked as to what he's going to say. Probably because he has other issues to think about now that the children issue came to rise. Still, most of you have arrived at a consensus, but it's not like you have announced anything, and the children are expecting some answers. Some of you have arranged meetings with them, not for answers, for training or so. So, I'm gonna simply start with Brandon, as during next day you will have a visit once more from Mike, as he shows himself on the docks, and you can see him. He's wearing a more casual attire, perhaps overdid it with trying to imitate the other sailors, as Minky will yell out loud, "Captain! Captain!"
Brayden will like walk over and look over the side. And say, "Hi, what is it, boy?"
I'm ready.
Then come on up. You know, and invite Michael on board.
As Miguel looks right and left, he sees some lines of ropes that are there. You don't have an open gate, the rope that ties to the anchor and says, "What is the correct way to get on the ship that now that it is not straight up in the docks? I mean, it is in the docks, but not exactly. Is there a more efficient way that I can think of, or just I climb?"
Gonna have to figure out how to climb, boy.
Right, I got this. See, I'm really good. As you will see him, he's climbing pretty well, but mostly every 2 or 3 feet that he does, he looks at you to make sure that you are looking at him, perhaps seeking some attention here. As he joins you up there, and the first thing he will say is, I heard some rumors. The other kids. Mickey is smiling intensely while saying that. I didn't tell you yesterday, but they also did reach out for Mr. I don't remember his name. It ends with Var. It's something Var. And they asked for his permission and for Juni something's as well permission for the tournament, and also Mr. Locke. I call Mr. Locke. Mr. Locke, he's been quite of an idol for us kids. His brawling style, But yeah, we heard overall that you are going to do this tournament. So you're going to do this, Mr. Brennan, huh? Right?
We'll see if you get to do this tournament. But first, you have to learn what it is to be a sailor. Braden's gonna throw him a mop and a bucket. And says, "You're gonna learn this to sweep this deck." And he's gonna look very seriously Mike in the eyes and says, "And you're gonna learn to not lie to your captain before you get to have all the fun. Not get not get mopping."
Mm-hmm.
And he's gonna have Mike start cleaning the deck. He's more than welcome to talk, but Brain wants Mike to know that he lied. He knows that he lied about the father and all that, so he's just like kind of like scolding him about like being lied to about the father and like dead as a sailor. And
the other sailors are mostly going to be looking a bit happy, like for a change of pace here, interested to see a new member. There is a child there, they are feeling a bit playful, but of course they are not putting off work or anything. Ida, though, might have a little bit of a concerned look on her face. She won't say anything, she'll just look at you a little bit more than usual and look at the child and trying to be more insightful of the situation, however much she can. Welcome, Ogvar.
Hi. Brandon will kind of like have a silent conversation with Ada, like while they're like looking at the mic, and kind of having a conversation with their eyes of like just Brandon like reassuring Ada that it's okay.
You're going to see her nod back, looking a little bit down towards the planks of the ship, and then upward towards the skies. Give me an insight check, Brannon. Well, let's see. Though Ada is pretty good at hiding some of her feelings, you've gotten quite accustomed to her to understand some things. And it makes sense, she's clearly thinking right now of her daughter, since she was also quite young when they were on the ships together. So you can understand that she's not exactly worried about Mike, it's just that the whole situation makes her being a little bit more thinking about this.
Ada, I know this bothers you slightly.
And hey, Brennan, it's okay. I don't feel sad or anything. I mean, I. How old were you when you first entered the ship? When you first sailed? How old were
I
you?
was around 100 years old.
I was quite younger. I remember learning how to properly trance when I was on the boat. I had troubles as a child trancing. It was not common in our village, but it's like I had those vivid nightmare-like thoughts. Our elders, they told me that probably in some of my previous incarnations as an elf, I have lived some dark tales, and they kept on haunting me a little bit. So they told me that the balance of the ship, the sea weighing you right and left, could probably give me some inner sense of serenity. And it did. I think since that day I knew that I had to make a living out of sailing, to live my life there. Of course, I can now obviously lie down in a normal bed as well outside the sails. But I guess it's difficult for a child to be here. It's not
Alright.
like it's the worst life. No, I'm not saying that. I enjoyed it, but I enjoyed it because I was running from something else. Are you sure this child is interested to more about coming here than running away from something else?
To be honest, I have having trouble seeing what this kid wants. He's hasn't been exactly truthful since he stepped on, but I'm willing to give him a chance. I'm going to show him that sailing is no easy life, but if he says he wants it, I'm willing to give him a shot. But until then, I'll have him scrub the decks and figure out that the life of a sailor is nothing grand, but instead, as you say, it's work. He's going to understand what it means to work. He may want to do these brawls and it gets excited about it, but I will teach him that there's a bigger thing in the future to worry about. And I'm going to teach him this craft, the art of sailing. And if he wants to learn it, then he's more than welcome to. And he's more than welcome to walk away when he wants it.
Ada will smile looking at you. Will say, "You're a good man, Brennan. Just pay attention to the child. I'm sure since he's right now looking up to you, he will eventually open up." Alright, I forgot to tell you, I'm gonna be taking Lupa to the levels below for some work. Is that fine with you?
Oh, alright, go for it. And he'll whistle over Lupa.
As Ada and Lupa start winding down below at a similar time as Dog is daydreaming a little bit. It's as we said, the next day you're going to hear a knock on the door once more. It's going to be just two single nods.
Come in.
As Toby enters, you can hear footsteps. Mr. Locke, there is a small pouch at your door. I didn't want to sound curious, and I didn't expect it, but it feels a bit heavy. Someone left it for you?
Huh. Is it moving? Answer me, is it moving?
No, doesn't feel so, as he inspects it, and gives it a very small tick. You can hear a ting. I think that it has some coins inside it. Or something metallic at least.
Alright, well, bring it here.
Oh, that's a bit heavy. Toby will be able to handle it, obviously, but didn't expect. As Toby arrives, you're going to see a pretty big pouch lying down on the floor. Now, of course, it's not like you're gonna count each single one of the pieces that are lying there, but being an adventurer and being quite decent at assumptions, you can understand this is more than perhaps 200 pieces. Gold, silver, I mean, you cannot understand by the sound, but it's definitely a pretty decent or rather big amount of money.
What in the actual fuck?
I don't know. I think I saw someone leaving it by previously for that is working for deliveries around. But it doesn't seem to be having a letter or a note or anything. It just left it here for you. Perhaps you might want to ask him later.
God, this shit makes me uncomfortable. Yeah, okay. Ah, shit, okay. He's gonna just take the pouch and kind of put it up against the wall. Alright, take a seat, man.
Toby will sit, and he will not be looking you straight in the eyes for a moment, looking downward, and then looking in the eyes, like he is intensely focused. You have not seen this kind of inner ferocity coming from a child, like he's very determined, and will say, I don't know what is your mentoring style of, or if you've ever done that before, but actually, I really have to ask you a question before all this. Is that fine with you, Mr. Locke?
Yeah, of course. Fucking new to me too. Before you ask though, the flavor of the morning's spiced whiskey. You want some?
He will seem a bit reluctant at first to say, I guess I could have a sip. It
Yeah,
is getting cold outside.
Drew, don't fucking do it, cause I am, but just if you wanna. And he'll move the cup over. But go ahead. First one's on you. What you got?
You know, I've seen you battle in the arena, and obviously an arena is something that has a little bit of showmanship as well. So it's not exactly the truest form of battles, but it is still a battle. And I consider my eyes quite keen for such stuff. I could see your agility, your options. But I've also heard tales of you, Olvar, Miss Nina, and Juniper, and the rest taking on battles with larger beings like a dragon, for example. Now, obviously, I'm not planning on fighting a dragon, but is there some way for people like us that do not have wizardry and magic running through their veins? Can win only through strength, agility, and cunning to overcome someone else that uses exactly the same assets because I'm trying to be totally honest. I'm thinking if I try to fight a dragon, he's probably more cunning than myself, and even though that's just a probably, it is certain that he is stronger than me, faster than me. Obviously, a dragon is a big example, but I'm just trying to think. When you're fighting a bigger opponent than yourself, that has greater physical gifts compared to you, how do you build up the mental resolve, the will to fight? I'm not talking about combat tactics. I'm talking about here. Give me an insight check as well, Locke.
Ooh, good. I've been looking forward to failing my first roll. Let's see. Oh.
All right. From what you can see, for his age, I mean, he's not exactly very young. He's a teenager. He has a very good manner of speech and structured kind of speech. So you're a bit surprised that a little one is talking to you like this about combat.
Yeah. Yeah, Locke's gonna take a couple seconds just to kind of mull all of that over. And try to, at first, extrapolate kind of why he's getting at that, but take a couple seconds. Well, if you'll allow me to get a little bit preachy, a couple things to that. If you remember, in the arena, I didn't let myself do everything I could have. I wanted to play it straight, just because, well, be fair, I didn't really want to win. I just want to have fun. But that kind of gets at to what you're asking. You know, a dragon was certainly bigger than me and my friends, and there were more fucking things we had to deal with too. But what really helped me, and it's definitely the same for almost all of them, you gotta really pay attention to why you're fighting that dragon, be it an actual one or theoretical. You know, you don't fight a dragon just because you want to be strong, because it'll fucking kill you. That ain't the way to go about that. At the time, I was fighting a dragon because I didn't want my friends to die. Because I had my brother's family to save. And because there was someone who started meaning a lot more to me around that time, and I couldn't really bear the thought of walking out of that cave if she didn't. I think, and that kind of gets at what I want to ask you later on, but it really gets at why you're fighting. You can be fucking strong. Yeah, I am. Ogvar's stronger than me. A lot of people are stronger than us, and a lot of people aren't. But that doesn't really matter. Depends why. So, let me turn it back at you, Toby. See, I spoke your name in 2 syllables. It means I respect you. Let me turn it back on you. For all this fucking fighting and shit you kids want to do, why do you want to do it?
It's not easy You know, obviously, I know there are larger issues in our world, and I'm not. I wish I had a reason like fighting to save my family, but frankly speaking, I want to fight only to save myself. I don't know when we started brawling a little bit with the other children last year. At first, I just like the concept of trying to see who's best. But the first time I entered the brawl, I saw that I could feel a strange sense of calm. I'm not sure if you get it. Probably you will. But it was like every single external influence of the world just faded away, and I was only there, seeing the muscle movement of my opponent, trying to see if she's gonna go for a right elbow strike or for my knees down below, trying to engage with 100% of my body to see if I could jump and dodge that and go right back at them. It was not about winning. It was about being focused and 100% there. I haven't experienced that anywhere else in my life. My father, he once told me to help him at work, and I was bored. My mother, she told me once to take on a musical instrument. I was bored. But this was exciting. This kept my blood running. It felt extraordinary, and it sucks that I am not gifted like others at it. But I really like this, and I want to become the best, not for a tournament or for around here, because I think that getting better on something that you are devoted feels just so nice. But all those are just ideas. I mean, you asked why? Well, obviously, making all those external influences fade is something that is very soothing for my life. And that's my answer.
Whether he's reading a bit too much into it or not, Locke is piecing some of what he's saying into things Locke was already thinking about. Just kind of slowly nod and look Toby over a little bit. Yeah. No, you're right there. There was a time where that was the point of fighting. I basically became a fighter to, well, honestly, to not be fucking homeless. But it kind of did the same. It stoked an excitement. It was something you can work at and get better at. I mean, unfortunately, the fighting I've done in the past couple years has always led to death. And it's not the fun part of fighting, but when I started, I didn't have any fucking fancy shit, you know. Couldn't do all that magic shit or or fucking make dead bodies get up and do whatever I wanted. You know, I just got angry and punched people. And that was it. But as you'll come to see, you keep practicing something, and depending how and where you do that at, you'll learn more things, you'll see more things. Yeah, I've gotten to a point where I can do things. I don't really. Oh. Things will come, you know. And if anything, that's kind of what I want to help with in training, yeah. You got potential, Toby, and that a couple of the reasons why I'm even fucking thinking about it. But yeah. I think fighting to protect yourself is good enough. That was my reason for fighting for shit, since I can remember anything. So yeah.
You were also having troubles with your surrounding life when you started it.
Yeah. Couple rough situations growing up in kind of made me had to fight. So there were times where I was the only one looking out for me. And I mean, I'm still alive. God knows the cost, but yeah. Then I found other reasons. But yeah. You know, I fucking hate beating around the bush. Let me ask you something, Toby.
Mm-hmm.
Now, I just want a yes or no question. Or answer, rather. I don't need you to elaborate right now. But those bruises right there. Those aren't from kids, are they? Yes or no?
Some yes, some no.
Alright.
You are perceptive. Well, I guess even if you don't get the full gist of it, you can understand a little bit. You know, can you please not do anything about it?
Tell you what. Are you and the kids gonna be doing some sparring or something later in the day?
We usually meet close to the evenings, and depending on our state, we might do some sparring. Yes.
Okay. Locke is Locke's fighting a couple options.
As Locke is thinking a little bit, Toby will say, I'm not asking you to do nothing. I'm asking you to not do something direct. See, I have some pride of myself. If anything, I'd like to do something about it myself. Perhaps not today, but eventually. You can sense the fire in Toby's eyes. Out of the four children, he is the least muscular one, but his internal intensity is something else. You do not expect something like this, not for a child, for an adult.
No, I think we're on the same thought here, Toby. It's all right. Listen, okay. We're gonna go out back. We're gonna find a tree and we're gonna start doing some basic shit. But I'm gonna tell you this one thing. You know why I'm training you?
Toby just looks inquiring.
Because as much as I fucking wish I didn't, I see fucking Zalapange in you. Come on, let's go out back.
As Toby seems to be not understanding 100% of what you mean by that. He understands your resolve, and as you head back, you are going to go into some little training. But then we're going to go a little bit to the household next door. As in between caring and catering for those two children, it's rough. Juniper, Ogvar, both of you haven't had a good sleep for quite some time. And every time an opportunity arises, for 1 minute, 2 minutes, 3, God, 3 minutes a blessing, you take a small power nap, here and there. You have trained so much for it, but you can even delve into deep slumber in 1 or 2 minutes. I mean, it grows on you. Juniper, again. This starred sky. Soaring through it, flying. When you were in the dream world, you were there. You saw someone. Still, this shadowy figures doesn't seem to be saying anything. But you are certain it is saying. You just cannot recall the words. It's like it's telling something to you. It seems very important. But everything that you hear, your ears, there is just a small high-pitched tune, small screech. Nothing else. The void. Whatever it might be, you can sense that after this female is done speaking, you feel like you are falling a little bit, or more like your gravity is directed a little bit backwards. And as you feel the sense of falling, once more, you are going to wake up by Ogvar opening the door as one of the two children are crying right now, perhaps needing some food or something else.
Akbar?
Yeah.
Oh, I had that
Sorry, they were really
dream
hungry.
again.
What?
I had that dream again. But this time I felt like she was telling me something.
What did she say?
I don't know. I couldn't hear anything. It was so quiet. And like all I could make out of it was like that weird static high pitched screech, but I couldn't make anything out. I couldn't figure it out.
High pitched score. I mean, still just like in nothing. Like
I I I still don't like. I feel in me that I I recognize her, but it's still shadowy and silent. And I have no idea what she said, but it felt like a warning, like something important.
man, if it was a warning, it'd be really helpful if she could speak clearly.
Yeah. How is your stuff going?
Oh, I think I've got like 10 words down. They're gonna let me like read from the notes, right? I mean,
Yeah, absolutely. I mean,
okay.
it's you're. I don't think anyone's gonna judge you. I'm sure everybody understands too. You're tired.
I mean, like, all you see is stars. There's nothing
Like,
else.
just stars, and they're in that weird, shadowy form. But I swear it's Mother, but I can't really identify her.
Mm,
What should I do?
uh, I don't know. I mean, he like puts his hand on her forehead, the back of his hand, touches her cheek. I mean, it doesn't. It didn't hurt you this time. I mean,
No, neither of the dreams have been dangerous. I don't feel threatened in them either. Just this last one just feels like she's trying to tell me something really important.
um, maybe maybe hmm. If we uh if we had some way to, gosh, if we had some way to do the same thing as those stones that yellow guy, I can't I mean we called him Bob. But we also call your guys as Bobs. I If we had some way to maybe we could speak to them. I To her.
Oh,
Maybe I can find a scroll or
maybe
something. I don't know.
we do have that dream scroll that
That's true.
Benneth gave us, but I don't know if this is the circumstance to do it. We don't even know if that's Mother.
Mm,
What do you? It feels so weird and ill-timed. Like after everything that's happened, I don't know what to make of it or what she's trying to tell me.
I don't know either. I mean, it,
Maybe it's not even her. Maybe it's something else. Maybe it's just stress. Hmm. I don't know. Should we? I don't know anyone else who I don't know who to talk to. Like I don't know what else to do or what it could be about.
I mean, I we could maybe maybe we could go to the wizards that were checking out those frog things. The slotty.
Oh, I forgot about them. Do you think
I
they're
mean,
still in? Was
I mean,
it-
probably they're based there in like the wizard college. If they don't have like, I mean, we could ask them to look in on her, or maybe you could through that little orb thing. But even if not, they'd probably have a scroll of whatever that spell is that would, you could talk. Maybe, I don't know.
What about Venna? Venna's supposed to be coming back, right?
It's true.
Just maybe I
I
could
don't
talk
even
to
know.
her when she gets here about it.
Nah, it's probably smarter. I don't. Than going to some bunch of wizards that don't know anything about the situation. Uh,
It's hard. This whole thing got so complicated when the quarry got involved, and now I feel like I can't trust anything that I'm seeing. Well, that whole dream dive has muddled my thoughts of like what's reality and what's a dream. I guess maybe it is best to wait and see when Venna gets here.
mm,
Did you figure out when you need to do the speech thing?
nope.
Oh, well, I'm
I
sure.
figured. I figured Kaina's gonna like drag me out by my collar when that happens.
Oh yeah, you're probably right. Um, well, that I guess you want me to leave you alone so you can think a little bit more and write some more, or
No, I don't know. I
no?
mean, I was just waking up because the kids are hungry. But if you wanna, I can pull the comfy chair into the library if you want. I
Oh sure. I mean, I've got the babies. It's whatever. I know you're really nervous about this whole speech thing, so I just want to give you as much room or support that you need, whatever it is.
I think I'd like you to be in there while I work on it. I think it would help.
Okay. um. Well. Maybe. Gosh, I really. Should we talk to some? Is there anyone here? Do you think Diana would even know about my dreams? Do we know anyone outside Venet who understands dreams?
I don't want to be condescending to Kayana, but I feel like if we tell Kayana about this, she's gonna tell us to like throw salt all over our shoulders, stomp a couple times on the ground, or or,
Yeah,
or maybe like chew on a piece of hay.
yeah. Guess you're right. I'm so baffled. I don't, I don't even know where to start. I don't know what to think. I don't know how to feel. Just, it's so confusing. And, you know, Locke was talking to me about, well, I was telling him everything that was going on and kind of like trying to update him on what happened. But, um, it was a lot, I guess. More than I think I let sink in, and I'm not sure how I feel. I don't feel like that it was resolved. I don't feel resolved. I think that's the word I'm looking for. Maybe that's the source of my dreams. I couldn't even tell Locke whether or not my mother was gone or dead. I don't know. you're just as confused as I am. I just. It's just a
I
lot
just
right
wish there was something I could do to understand what the hell's happening. I mean, um, maybe um, I think probably we need to. You're right. We need to wait on Vanna to get back, but I don't know how long that's gonna freaking take. And maybe next time you nap, I don't know. I can like try and cast a spell to see if anything's maybe the dream's like another spell, or I don't. Maybe it's like a magical effect I can try and check out and identify. I don't know.
Maybe I'll take anything at this point. There's nothing to go off of. I'm just as confused, and I wish I knew something as well, just anything. Then I've left, and I mean, I'm still shocked that she's here, but then I don't know
Yeah,
why she left and what was unresolved. And I don't know if Mother's really dead. I have so many questions. Everything has just gone so unanswered, and now I don't feel unsafe, but I have weird, eerie dreams that I swear Mother is there just lurking. I don't know. And I wish I knew something about these stupid spells and these stupid dreams or whatever, but I felt like I learned nothing in the time that we were there.
yeah. It certainly
Yeah.
doesn't help that apparently everything you do know is a little bit wonky. Because
Yeah.
how,
It's
how
all
is
distorted.
how is Venice still? I thought I don't know.
What do you mean?
Well, yeah, you told me what happened, and I don't know how. Or maybe, hmm, that dumb fisherman guy when we were going to get your sisters.
Ugh. Yeah, I do.
Well, maybe maybe because he said like one of the, them like walked away,
Yeah,
but
but
like you, I mean, well, you
he
told me what
sounded,
happened.
I know, he sounded crazy. He kept implying that I was surely dead and that someone else walked away.
Yeah, even though you're not, obviously.
I'm not. I'm not. I, I don't know. That was a weird situation I couldn't make sense of either. Like, I don't understand how she's here. How? And then, hmm, it got muddled way too fast. So I don't even know. I guess I was really young and I just really didn't understand what I was seeing, and maybe I just got things wrong. I don't know. Seems like a lot. If I had known though, Akbar, if I had known that she was still around, I would have looked for her. I would have. I wouldn't have just sat like I did. I just didn't know.
I know. I,
I didn't get to tell her that kind of stuff, and I don't
yeah,
know.
she was kind of out the door immediately.
She was, which makes me confused. I don't know. I don't know. The whole thing is so confusing. I told you about everything that went down in there, right? About Anna was saying, just kept repeating like this duality, and that we have this duality about us, and I assumed that that's kind of like that that thing that connects us all to Mother, that the spores and stuff and the undead, but I still don't understand. Am I like overthinking that? What does that even mean? Is it because I'm crazy? And she's crazy?
I mean, who can say, really?
With that old guy at the lake, the weird fishing, whatever he was doing. It
I
just makes
totally
me
thought he
wonder.
was like a witch or something. But like I sensed him and there was nothing there. He's just a regular dude hanging out in the swamp. Not that there's anything
Yeah.
wrong with that.
Well, I mean, that's what I did, right?
Yeah, I mean, like I said, there's nothing wrong with that.
I don't know. It was a weird moment. It's all been so weird. It's very complicated. I don't know how many naps I can handle. Do you think maybe I'm just sleep deprived? Is this why I'm dreaming these crazy things? Maybe if I dream just a little bit more, actually. Just a little bit more, maybe I can figure out what she said.
Maybe. Maybe we could use the scroll on you and make you dream.
Is that how that
Or-
works?
I don't know.
I don't know
I could
either.
look over it again.
Oh, I. This is so hard when we don't have anyone who's smart on the dream things.
Maybe if we used the scroll, we can make you dream the same dream, and then we can like pick it apart and see certain parts. I don't know.
I feel like we should probably save it for after we see Venna. You think Venna's gonna come, right? She's gonna come. She didn't just tell me that to tell me that.
I mean, I probably she will.
I hope so. Well,
If you
I don't.
want to take another nap, I can just pull my chair into the bedroom, and after we,
Well,
get the little ones settled down.
No, it's okay. You have to work on this speech. We should just get this out of the way so it's done with, right? I've got them.
Okay.
I know you're stressed. Why don't you tell me what you've got so far?
Oh. Okay. And he tells her. It's not very good.
Nice. Give us an.
I don't want to spoil him.
Since it's the preparation of the speech and not the actual speech, I won't ask for a charisma check now, and give me an investigation, like how you have structured it and prepared it.
Oh, sure. All 10 words. I gotcha. Boom, baby. It's a great speech.
Yeah. It's a good
Wow.
one. Juniper, you can understand this is addressed to people that are not very knowledgeful of all the things that he is speaking, but from how you read it and hear it, you can understand most of the stuff, the way that Ogvar has structured it, which makes for a pretty good lecture, actually. But as you are doing this, I'm going to go to another scene for a little bit. As Belgos,
Yes.
closer perhaps to your church than this area that I have you here, you're going to be visited by Kaena. As I'll put you here. As can I say? Belgos,
Belgos has brought a chair from inside the church and is sunbathing in the full doctor's outfit. Like, still
become
has
injury
no
out, yeah.
skin whatsoever
Yeah.
exposed, but is still sunbathing.
I take it that you have a moment, right?
There are no emergencies.
I need to talk to you about a quite different topic. I need your thoughts on a religious matter. Not about my dogma or anything. I'm quite certain of that.
Belgos goes from leaning back in the chair to, like, sitting up straight, perfect posture. Go on.
Mind if we go on a walk?
Belgos will get up and, like, indicate for Kana to lead.
So, I was thinking about the brawl of the little ones and other things. But to be fair, the last couple of weeks I have been troubled with something else. Don't worry, it ties up a little bit. It's about some religious matters. I've been faithful to the Cave Mother for my whole life. And when you follow a pantheon of deities, and obviously you might focus on a specific god or goddess, but you to an extent pay your respects to the whole pantheon. To an extent. I'm saying this and underlining this because not all gods of a same pantheon get along with each other. And I've been very strict with my prayers, always praying during the midnights and consulting other people. And it's not like my abilities have faded. I actually feel I've gotten stronger the last year. However, here's the interesting part. The annoying part, maybe. My divination magic. When I seek to be consulted by my deity, it's not like it's not heard at all. But sometimes I get the notion that my deity is not exactly happy with the path that I've carved along myself. Or more like she's being pressured to ignore me. I know it doesn't make much sense, but you know what we're doing here is very different to how we lived all the previous decades. Nah, scratch that, eons or even millennia. Us orcs have never lived that way in the past. The civilized, as you might say it, or the organized of the other humanoid cities. I'm starting to think that something is going on far away in the realms of the Orcish gods. Something is happening.
That is.
I know it sounds very vague, but I'd like your thoughts on this.
That is considering converting. That is entirely possible. Our gods create us the way they wish. Good, evil, law, chaos, all fundamental parts of the world. All in balance, all necessary. do not mean to offend, but your people, much like mine, are much more towards the evil end of that spectrum. Our gods towards the evil end of that spectrum. There are good ones, of course, lawful, chaotic, but I doubt Lord One Eye would be happy to see one of his children simply with a hoe and sickle. There are the cave mother, I'm sure, like any mother, is happy for her children. But there are many differences among opinion of the gods. Many history shows many things like that. Out of character, is the time of trouble was the time of trouble is a thing in this setting?
And not a known thing, I'd say,
Ah, okay.
but some stuff of that has happened. So, yeah, you can clearly make some references if you wish.
There are the gods fight all the time. Many kill each other, become something else, fight again, kill each other again. But if that is a feeling you have, as someone as devout as yourself, perhaps it is true. Perhaps it is a sign that something is happening. I myself have worshipped several deities. I have tried worshipping several deities. The one I worship now isn't even a god.
I didn't. I was not certain about your faith, to be honest, but I'm gonna return back to that later because I am interested in your religion, especially since you are starting to affect our people. I've seen a lot that were reluctant to visit your temple in the first days. Nowadays, they have tried talking with other people and see to it. But I'm getting a little bit backtracking a little bit to Cave Mother.
Yes.
The Cave Mother always had more ties with the people of the orcs rather than the gods of the Orcish pantheon. The other deities, not so much. Of course, it's not like they only take from their relationship with their brethren. They also give. But it's more like, if you asked me several years ago, I wouldn't say the same thing, but now for what I can get, it's more of a toxic relationship of an owner, of a creator. That's what I say. I don't. No, I stand by my words. I don't want to completely denounce the one-eyed god and the other deities. But honestly, if we want to take a step ahead, they have to take a step ahead or they won't catch up to us. And these are big words, but we didn't manage to get here through small talk or anything. Ogvar has put everything on stake for this place, and so have Nina, Juniper, Locke, Brennan, even yourself, just wanting to move here out of the ordinary. I'm sure you have things on stake. I don't know your personal matters. But, it's, honestly, it might be a risky step that we have to take to denounce our faith, our allegiance to some. I'm so confused. I don't know what to do. And I don't want to talk to Ogvar about this because he already has a lot on his mind and I don't want him to bear another weight on his shoulders. And Juniper, of course, they both have the children as well on this, and then the others are not that much on the religious aspect of things, so I really need some help. I don't know how to deal with this. It's a first for me.
Belgos reaches like way up to like place a hand on her shoulder. And Belgos says, "Well, I have some knowledge of the Orcish gods. I've learned many things while here, asked many questions, but I know that inherently our people's relationships with our creators are very different. However, and your, which would mean that your separating and mine would be very different. There's also the fact that your power comes from your faith, much like mine. To stop believing, or to believe in something else, would not just be would change who you are at nearly every level. If you do not think that your God is compatible with what you want, or your pantheon, then as you said about as you said, you do not have to worship Groomsh or any of the others. You could simply worship the Cave Mother, or you could find something else. That is entirely up to you. I am merely here for guidance and assistance. I am not here to convert. And I doubt many would wish to, anyways. But know that, from my experience with Lolth, gods of their persuasion are very petty. And remember, for a long time.
That was helpful. Though I think that in the end I might have to talk with Ogvar about this. I guess I will delay it a little.
It is the future of your people, his village, your town. As the leader, it is something that he needs to know, especially if you decide to change the temple or have it removed or anything like that. It is not something you could keep from anyone, let alone Mr. Carr.
Thank you. That, even though I did not come to any conclusions, it did give some clarity into my thoughts. I think I now have a more concrete set of goals and purpose. I think
Well-
I know what needs to be done.
Belgos will nod. Would you like some tea? I just got in some new, I just got in a bit of some new product from Zolport, and I'm eager to try it.
I actually do. I saw 2 black cats today, so some tea would help.
And yeah, Belgos will lead her back to the temple, make some lovely tea, give her some biscuits.
In the meantime, back onto Ogvar and Juniper's little house, you're going to hear a knock on your door as
Can you get that Akbar? I know you're writing.
yes.
Mr. and Mrs. Kara, I'm leaving you a letter. You don't have to come. And he will drop a letter below the door.
A letter.
Jennifer's just gonna like, she's got both babies in her arms, but she throttles forward, like looking straight through the door, like, a letter?
I wonder which
We just
one.
got a letter. We just got a letter.
Who's writing us?
I wonder
Go,
who it's
hurry,
from.
hurry, hurry!
Walk over. Don't open the door, because I feel anxious, not wanting to see the.
Seeing the seal, you can clearly understand that this is a letter from Sar. Do you want to narrate this will?
Oh shit!
Sure. All right. That's Ward. Hello,
Sure.
everyone.
A moment before you begin.
Yes.
For a nice narration, imagine us reading that. Perhaps Ogvar and Juniper have gathered the rest of Death's Ward because it makes sense. So Brennan and Locke, you might be there a bit later reading that letter, and of course, go on.
Hello, everyone. It's been a good couple of weeks since I wrote to you, so I figured I'd do so now. Sorry. How are all of you? I hope things have been interesting, but not too interesting. All that stuff about the North Sea made me rather anxious to read, even if everyone made it out alright. Will it be possible to get some of that through ice made into a dagger for me? That's kind of a joke, but I'd also really like that. I've gotten a few more from my collection, but that's one I'm trying to find. Things have been going rather well here. Making some good profit, making some good progress, and I'm researching a good amount of potions. I heard from my messengers that Ironhaven's doing well, getting big, and I heard that Juniper's also getting rather big. Is there something you want to tell me? Maybe a little something is coming. Maybe a few little somethings. If you guys need more money, whether for the town or yourselves, I'll see what I can do. You'd be amazed at how much gold you can get when your clientele are pirates. But how is everyone? I heard Nina's been sick for a while now. Do you guys need me to come back? I heard Kyanna's a cleric, and Juniper's amazing with healing magic, so I hope Nina's doing well, or at least better. Please let me know if anything happens. As for me, I'm doing rather well. I've gained some weight since I come down here, which my crew's doctor says I don't look half-starved now. Not sure if that's a compliment or not. He also says that it's too late for me to get taller, which I knew, but that was a bit hopeful. I did eat a bit of bad shrimp a couple of weeks ago. Nearly died from that, but I'm fine now. I'll be getting stronger, both physically and magically, which is good. Locke, I've been keeping up our exercises as best I can, and a few of my men have been trouble keeping up. Which I guess just shows how great you are, doesn't it? Also, Ogvar, I've almost gotten the wind magic you were helping me with in the Underdark, so I should hopefully have something interesting to show you when next we see each other. A few new potions are being developed. I'm doing all I can to make that age potion and learning to make something called the Oil of Sharpness. Other than that, I'm doing just what I've been doing. Meeting people, making things, sailing around trying to find my father's companions. Things like that. I guess it just goes to show how hard it is to find someone that doesn't want to be found. As for Mira, I've gotten word that she's in the top 5 apprentices in her guild. I don't know how many apprentices there are, but I'm going to assume that's good. She sent me a lovely headcloth that she told me she made, from spinning the cloth to weaving it to dyeing it. It's a bit itchy, but I do still like it. She's told me she's progressing well, and more importantly, enjoying it all. She's been mostly making dyes, which is apparently very, very tedious process, but that's apprenticeship for you. Your friend, Shar.
Ah. That's what she said, guys. Some oil of... Does it, like,
Oil of
keep
what?
things sharp? This oil of sharpness is like, I don't know if it keeps things sharp or if it's like sort of like something you rub on yourself and then like you gain intellect or...
That's weird.
Look, as you hear the word oil of the oil of sharpness, you recall a conversation you had a couple hours ago. I chatted with Tobias. He was spending harder, and he, after a lot of pressure, and you can tell that he wasn't stopping a lot of times in other situations you might have imagined that you would shout again and again and again to a person, but no, he just didn't really stop until he was really at his limit. Catching his breath, slowly lying with his back towards the fence. Mr. Locke, is that... Have you heard of... There is a solution that is used in high circles of swordsmanship. It's rather rare. We call it the oil of sharpness, and it makes one's weapons far more powerful, slashing through the most well-rounded armor and enhancing their abilities. Just like there is that option for a sword. You know that there are potions that people might take that increase their powers when fighting. Have you ever taken anything of that sort?
Fuck, I want to lie so badly right now. Yes, I have.
And
The two things that I learned from that was nothing strong ever comes at a cheap price. But that builds a reliance on something that isn't yours. And what I mean by that is I don't even know how long we spent underground fighting that fucking dragon or on the seas just trying to get to some other fucking continent. But more times than I remember, we've
come down to we ran out of everything we had prepped. And we had to rely on what we could do ourselves. Oh, throat. But, look, I can't tell you how to live your life. I'm just trying to be someone to learn something from, whether it's what to do or what not to do. It's been a couple times I've been in a corner and I've had nothing else but me. And sure, that shit would help. But if you start building expectations around it, you're building up the wrong thing. You know what I mean?
I quite get it. I mean, we do train with wooden swords, not the actual things. We train with something that's harder and more difficult for ourselves, even if we don't feel 100% confident. But when the real fight starts, it's okay to use every resource you have, right?
Well, can't deny that shit that gives you an edge is helpful. I mean, the shit that's happened to me has helped me out more than a couple times, to be fair. I think, yeah, sure it helps. You're trying to fight for your or someone's lives, but I think the number one thing you should make sure that you can rely on is everything that you got with yourself right now. But yeah, other shit does help. I guess just fucking know what it does is all.
As you say that, Toby will stand up and, after having recovered a little bit, go once more for another round of training. As back to the table, Nina will say, I guess Sari's living the life. I know that she's still searching for some stuff, but she's getting stronger, getting more clever as she's developed magically. She's getting a lot of gold, apparently.
And she's eating.
Yeah.
That's good. Maybe, Brendan, maybe you can, like, get some shrimp and I can actually make her some, like, good shrimp next time. I mean, I don't know why she would eat bad shrimp, but...
Shrimp. As Brennan, you hear the words of shrimp. Back to the ship, you recall the conversation. Yeah, I'm gonna do that a little bit. You got me a bit annoyed after several hours of scrubbing and mopping. Mr. Brennan, I have to ask you a question. I'm fine doing that work as well, but I didn't come only to be. Let me rephrase. I wanted to become a sailor, but you know, sailors are also doing other stuff, like they are dancing and singing. They are going and finding treasures. More importantly, and the reason that I joined here was to train in brawling. But also, and then she smiles a little bit, eating some fine rare stuff like streams would be fine, I guess, right?
At the moment, you have no clue what any of that entails. Right now, I'm training you to do the basics, to learn more things in the future. You will learn all of that later. But at the moment, you have to learn the basics.
No, but this is. I want to continue, but if if I learn that later, then that will be after the tournament, and I don't want to lose at the tournament. It's important to me.
Alright, alright. I guess we can work on some techniques. If you'd
Immediately,
like.
Mite was seeming a bit tired previously. Just going to see him go back to 100% of his power, and his eyes will dilate as he stands up. Yes, yeah, I can show you. I got some good moves, and I have been practicing a lot, especially with my upper body movement, because my feet are already quite quick. They call me the runner nowadays, because not because I'm running away. Don't. I guess they don't call me the runner. They called me the fast feet. Yeah, that's the one that they're using. And look, I can do also that. As he does some movement up ahead, it says, perhaps I could also train with Lupa. Yeah, I mean, you are more of a long-range fighter, aren't you? But I guess you are good with. I don't want to make you sound weaker in melee combat. I guess you could fight melee. I've seen you, but yeah, perhaps in close quarters, Lupa is stronger. She's a champion of Millstone after all, right?
You say you're fast then? I think that loop is a little bit too advanced for you at the moment. But if you say you're so fast, I have an idea for you. And he'll look around the ship, and he'll spot a specific sailor. He's going to call over that sailor. Sebastian, come over here for a minute. And once
Aye.
once the sailor comes over to Brandon, says, Mike here is boasting about his speed around the ship. Now I've noticed that you have a little bit of a course that you've been training yourself on how to get around the ship. Little, what was it? Fast Fate here is going around saying that he can move fairly quickly. Why don't you show him how quickly he can move around the ship? And he's gonna
Alright.
he's gonna have Mike and this sailor basically have this whole course around the tree of the mast to get up and down and top and bottom of the deck.
So we're using all decks for this? It's good
Aye.
to show him around.
Aye.
Huh.
Don't hold
Alright,
back.
little one. Follow me to show you the ways first, and then we're gonna make a run for it. How does that sound? As Mite eagerly looks, thinking of this more like a game, of course, and it is kind of a game, so he's gonna be really happy going into there. As back into our table, and before we continue in our table, let's take a moment of pause for a mid-session break right here, and we're gonna continue right afterwards. All right?
Again, sounds good.
Right. I'll be right back. I'm back. Who do we got
Hi.
here?
Me.
Mm-hmm. Reveal yourselves. Hey. Do we have Vlad, a cat, a Brennan? I think I heard Brennan or cat. I'm not sure who it was.
I'm here.
All right. Contestant number 1 works in produce and owns an elephant. Contestant number 2 sleeps all day. Will contestant number 3 welcome themselves?
Hi.
All right, there we got
You like
everyone.
coffee?
Yeah. Really fucking strong today. It's,
So,
I don't know what I did
Back
to my
here.
coffee today to make it so strong.
Mm.
back at the house, as you're reading this and having in some small conversation, you're going to hear a knock on the door and immediately followed by coming in.
Oh, okay.
Oh, I didn't know that you were all here. What's the occasion?
A
We
letter.
got a
Sorry.
letter.
I see. From it is that that fellow of yours, right? The rich one.
Yeah, shark.
Yeah, sir.
Yes.
Actually, I was thinking of talking to you a bit in private, but you know what? It's not that important. I have something to say to all of you, though. As
We could talk in private if you want, but yeah.
later, perhaps after the lecture. Seems like
Okay.
we
Uh.
can tense you up. No need to. So, all right, I'm gonna sound a bit awkward because I'll say something, and I don't want you to think of it as a mission or as a quest, as an objective. All right, I don't want you to think of it that way. Do you promise? Like you're just gonna hear me out on a theoretical scenario and not believe like I'm actually saying to do that. Are we on the same page? Are we good on that?
I mean, sure. Why? When have we ever done that?
All right. So, theoretical, again. Nothing realistic about this, but have any of you ever thought about fighting a god?
What? Fighting a god?
Yeah, you know, like, for example, you disagree with Moonlight and you fight the goddess of the moon. Something like that.
Why would we ever want to have fought a god?
I mean, I'm sure.
It's a theoretical scenario.
Yeah, I mean, like I would. I mean, if I had the chance, I mean, it'd pretty nice to take out Groomsh's other eye. That'd be cool, I guess.
The main question is, would you go to that extent and not if you would actually have a reason? I'm saying, granted
No.
enough a reason, would you muster all your courage and go against the epitome of power of something?
Theoretically.
This is the most loaded question I've ever heard before.
It is, sorta. I guess if I had to and I had no other choice, I would.
Aye, I'm with Jennifer on this. If it's for the right reason, and because we don't have a choice, then aye.
So you would do it if you were on the defending side and you had no other choice, but would you do it to progress? Like to change something? Or do you not classify that as a need, as a non-choice?
I
Hmm.
would surely, if the change was needed, I would definitely do it.
It sort of depends, because, like, you know, cots are kind of powerful. I mean, like, you know, if we. I what if. What if it changes for the worse because, you know, they just decide to blow us up?
Yeah, I thought of that. That's actually a very plausible scenario. But
Hypothetically, of course.
hypothetically. But realistically, I don't know about all the gods, but I know about several deities, not most of them that once were mortals like us. So I'm sure they are much stronger. I don't want to fall into a hubris. But it's only impossible if someone thinks it's impossible, right?
I
I guess.
guess.
I mean, to
mean-
be honest, there's been times where I was pretty sure we were gonna fucking die and it'd be impossible to live, and we fucking pulled it off.
Yeah.
And I mean, I won't lie, I've, you know, thought about kicking the shit out of a god many times. Specific one, but yeah, sure.
Hmm.
I would go to a fight between a god and Locke. I would want to witness that.
Yeah,
But-
I mean, I'm sure
Appreciate
Locke
that.
would give him a run for the money.
I just don't know how I feel about participating in something like that. I suppose it would really have to be something meaningful. And I guess change would be something like if it meant something with our family that, or something that we thought the world couldn't be better without.
I was just thinking that. I mean, we are talking about this with much more concern because we are not little children, but when we were young, I don't know about you, but I recall conversations with Ogvar. We wanted to change stuff. That hasn't changed, but probably when we were young, our approach was different. I was like, well, I'm going to grow up and be strong and destroy the gods that oppose us to make that change, and I genuinely believed that. Did you have such thoughts as children?
Oh, I didn't.
You don't
Sure you
count.
did,
Your
right, Roro?
childhood was weird, Juniper. You don't count for that, okay? Let's be honest
She
here.
counts, okay?
Locke, did you? That seems like kind of up your alley.
Yeah.
As you say that, and a bit of an awkward silence falls off for a moment. You're going to hear the door creaking on as you're going
Did
to
you
look over
lock it?
there, and you're going to see someone saying, sorry, the door was open, and I,
Aw,
are
it's okay.
you seriously talking about fighting gods?
Well, hypothetically.
Who are you?
Juniper, this is the girl that you did talk in the last session.
Right, I'm a little. Oh my god. Okay.
Buff she
I
is.
am tired.
How could you forget those arms?
As she says, hypothetically, or wow, I think I'm gonna come by later. Sorry, as he starts running.
Oh, okay. Bye.
And this time she will close the door, as Kaina must have left it a little bit open.
Kinda, I mean, I know we might have technically sometimes have been raised in a barn, but Maybe I should
Alright.
like update the vocabulary. Like they know what a hypothetical is, right? I feel like I might have skipped that part.
Well, should we check on the little girl first?
Um,
I'll go for it.
What would I-
I think I'm leaving anyways.
Oh,
Mm.
I mean, I got it. I can go talk to her while you guys finish up here. I mean, Kayana, that was the weirdest question, so you kind of have to explain it.
As she takes a breath, Nina will look at you, Juniper, say, Juniper, no, you stay here. It's okay. I got this. I saw that girl the other day. I know what to tell her.
mm,
Well, what are you gonna tell her? Did something happen? I've seen her before too. We've talked.
No, it's fine. I know that she wants to get into the brawling tournament, and she did tell me that you gave her emotional advice. I think I have the right words for it. Just trust me on that.
Mm. Okay. But that still doesn't explain where the question came from.
That's Nina saying this right now, not Kana.
Oh, Nina, sorry. Okay.
Yeah. And Nina will just say before leaving, just to make sure that Kana doesn't kill any gods before me returning, okay?
Okay.
As Kana will say, I really didn't want to put more weight on you, Ogvar, with all this going on now with the brawling tournament. I know that the lecture shouldn't have made you that anxious, but it did. So I mean, we can't change that stuff, and you know,
I
there's
mean,
also
I've gotten so far. I might as well do it.
yeah, there is a lot of bureaucratic things that you are doing these days as well, and I've been having some issues. I've discussed them a little bit with Belgos. Honestly, he was quite insightful, but it's not his religion to understand it on a fundamentally deep level. I mean, it's different. But our ties to the Ortiz Pantheon are getting opposed by some of our ideas of progress. Let me put it as simple as I can. Seems like we, as a community, of both orcs and other humanoids, but let's focus on the orcish part for that.
Okay.
We are steering a bit further away from our creators. And I think that our creators are not that happy about it. And I don't know if we should not care at all, if we should think about it more, or if we should just... I don't know. I don't want to fight a god, obviously. It was just hypothetical, but... Battling doesn't mean physical contest always. Might be just a contest of wills or of opinions.
Yeah, I mean, we're separating things for good reason. I don't feel like.
Yeah, we are. And the cave mother is happy with us.
Yeah, I
I'm sure
mean,
she is.
we're pretty like lined up with her. I just all these other pardon my language, but fuckers, as Locke would put it, in you know our pantheon, couldn't really give less of a shit, except for maybe the horde leader at some points. But like, I feel like our people have kind of been left in ruin, honestly, and I feel like that's a big part comes from our leadership from a completely other plane that's unaffected by us.
I agree, but look, here's the. I'm not sure if I'm gonna say it as a problem, though it's probably not exactly our problem, not directly.
Yeah.
But the cave mother is not independent. She's not autonomous from
Yeah.
the rest of the pantheon. But in the past, that was not an issue because she was never worshipped by a community solely. It was always just some people amongst the community that revered her more than the rest, and that was fine. You know, we have some soldiers favoring the Blade Master, the leaders and the shamans favoring the One-Eyed God, the medics, the Rotten One, etc. And of course, there were the ones that raised the children that worshipped the Cave Mother. But now here, that's not the case. We have a whole community that favors the Cave Mother more than any other deity of the Orcish pantheon. We don't
Yeah.
have people favoring the One-Eyed God every day and every night, taking out their eyes and marching into combat.
Well,
I mean,
thank
If someone attacked us, they might do this. It's a possibility. I might do this as well if some kingdom attacks us. I'm gonna be honest. But
come
that-
on,
that's
Ken,
another
no.
That's another topic.
Okay.
Right now,
Alright.
we have a whole community favoring the Cave Mother. And the gods are seeing this, and they're not happy with her. They feel like she's trying to usurp their power.
It's. I mean, it's kind of hard to whisper in someone's ear when a bunch of kids are screaming in the background. I guess is the best way to put it. I guess. But like, I mean, what do you do with that? I mean, the Cave Mother is clearly the best choice. I mean, she's the one who I feel really cares. And like, what else are we supposed to do? Are we just supposed to go along and carve up people's bodies to satisfy some weird medicine god, or like you said, chop out our eyes to please
Yes,
some
no.
war?
As much as you, I do not want to return wholly to our roots. No, I want to keep the good parts and progress on the worst ones. That's the only thing that makes sense right now. And it's possible that if we do nothing, it's probable that nothing might also happen. It might be just one of those worries that in the span of an orc's lifetime, nothing will change. But just that I'm not sure. I mean, things that happen on the other planes have the power to affect our plane.
Yeah, tends to work that way where we don't affect anything over there, but everything leaks over here. So you're saying they're getting mad? They're getting a little mad because of this?
I think so. I'm not sure. I don't think I can be sure. It's more like I'm hearing out the Cave Mother's concerns, but more like feeling her feelings and not the actual reasons. So I'm making assumptions. But you know that even though I'm not the most empathetic person, I am quite good at understanding one's concern.
Yeah, you're getting a lot better, yeah. I just... Man. Oof.
Yeah. It's But
I
I'm
mean, we
glad
haven't
that
been-
you said that
I-
you would fight a god. Just in case. If a god comes by Millstone.
Oh, I assure you, if they came by Millstone seeking trouble, they would die. I'm not... If they put Poppy or Orin in danger, they're... I don't care who the fuck they are.
Akbar, you made me laugh. Yeah, I don't know. Seriously, when I'm with this group, I feel some confidence about such blunt and statements that would sound so out of place in ordinary conversations. But I like that we are sticking to our ideas, not being intimidated by this. Honestly, I am a bit intimidated, personally, but it has mostly to do with my ties with religion. It is probably something that I need to figure out for myself. Perhaps I had to figure it out before even talking to you.
I don't think it's something you have to figure out. I think it's honestly just a daunting thing to know about that one's pantheon is so how would you say it, miffed by a sudden change. Oh boy.
It's all right. We'll find our way. Just to be sure. As this is being said, you're going to see Juniper on the other side being a bit invested on the conversation. She's just looking straight forward, but you will notice after a bare moment that she's like daydreaming a little bit.
Oh boy.
Juniper, you are going to see something like a silhouette there. Dark, made out of shadow. A distorted, chaotic voice, consisting of probably several voices you hear. And there is some kind of pendant she's wearing, some light emanated. This is not Mother, but you do not know who she is. As she says, "Look at you. What have you achieved in all these years, Juniper?" How did you find me?
Who are you?
Who am I? Gods, did I change so much? I guess I was never one to stay the same. Don't tell me you've bumped here by mistake. This is too far away from your lovely house to be just a mistake.
I don't understand.
Don't lie to me. You are in the plane of dreams, the astral plane, call it however you want. Nobody ends up here by accident. And it's not like you're just traveling through this, you're not dead. And coming to this place must have a meaning behind this. Did you come once more to mess with me?
Who are you?
You am I. I am the tiefling you wronged 2 years ago.
Oh
The
my
one
god.
you shouted at, the one you belittled, the one you thought that there was a mistake in your process of thinking. You and your friends, specifically that pale one. That Nina. I remember her. I promise you, you'll fall one by one. And I'll
Oh,
leave
wait.
her for last, so that she will get to see each and every single one of you fall down into their demise But I'm not gonna do the same to your little city that you're playing with your boyfriend. No. Millstone? I've heard of Millstone. Of course I have heard of it. You know, I've been thinking of more than 100 ways to get back to you. And nothing satisfies me more than the idea of coming for Millstone as my first place through the material plane.
What? You can't do that. How did you find me?
I guess it was fate. I was looking for all of you, you know. I didn't know that there would be one day that you would come to the astral plane to train. And I was on the lookout. But apparently, some other way, you managed to come here. It's okay. It was fate, as I've said. To once more see each other. Let this be my warning. I will be coming for your little town. And however you prepare for it, whatever you do, it will not be enough. Not at all enough. So brace yourselves, tell your allies, and tremble I fear as I make my marks. As you see the tiefling Tieria, clearer than ever, and you open your eyes, just to make sure that we're all on the same page, you do understand that this is more like your memories of what happened in the dream plane clearing up and not like she contacted you right now.
Mm.
Oh my god.
It's more like this. As Kaina will like Juniper as she claps in front of you. What are you?
Huh? Huh?
How long has she been daydreaming, I guess, is the question?
10 seconds. Not something
Okay.
very big. Just enough for someone to do a clap in front of your face to get your attention.
You okay?
Um.
Are you hungry?
I must
Or
did I fall asleep?
You were just staring into nothingness for a moment.
I had a thought. However, you know about my dream?
the dream you've been telling about every night, every time you nap? Yeah.
Yeah. I saw her again. I saw her in the starry sky, and
That's good.
she says he's gonna come for us. That
Oh,
that
like
she's
in a
heard
good
of
way?
Millstone. No, I don't think so. It was Tiara or I can't remember her name anymore. Do you remember the blue tiefling? The
Yeah,
one with the slots?
yeah. Yeah.
Locke, do you remember? It's her! She even mentioned Nina.
What's her?
The one, remember? They were the elves in the tree and the sloths, and like one of them was trying to take off with me, and we found that it was this tiefling that was like, I don't know, working with him? She's back. She's just been waiting.
Oh. Yeah, I remember her. What do you mean she's back?
I don't know. I saw her in my dreams. I've been seeing her in my dreams. I guess it must have not been Mother.
Holy fuck.
I just-
How many people talk to you in your dreams? What the shit?
I don't know.
That's
I'm
two now.
apparently very accessible.
Well, you're very imaginative, so maybe it's like a two-way door where it's, I don't know.
stronger now, and like something. She was radiating a different kind of energy. I couldn't understand. I could see her pendant, and when I saw that her face, I could see it more clearly. It was her. It was that woman, and she remembers me. I guess something about us going to the dream plane must have triggered something for her to know that I was coming, that I was out there, and she wants to get back to us. I don't know.
Mm,
It was so long ago. It's been like 2 years.
so wait, she's been waiting for us, but she's on what?
I don't know. I was talking to her and she seemed angry, like I was following her, but I didn't even know who she was.
Did she have her
And then-
frogs? What?
No, it was just me and her in that starry space, like the astral plane. She's just been waiting, I guess. And I must have triggered something being out there. I don't know.
What could she be waiting for? What does that even mean?
What is going on? Gods, why everything is happening right now?
So before we found you, before everything happened, we were attacking these extra dimensional frogs, right? That were killing people and taking their place. This lady really liked those extra dimensional frogs and helped them out in not like ceasing to exist on this plane where they're not meant to be and murdering everyone. So we didn't really like that, so we stopped it. But then I honestly think we went a little too far in like beating like the shit out of her and dragging her around. But she kind of teleported away and was like, I'm gonna get you one day. Probably should have told you about that.
I mean, she sounds like a crazy woman. Everyone makes enemies. She sounds a trouble, but I mean, previously we were talking about dealing with gods. Should that scare
We
us?
beat the crud out of her before, so if she comes back here, I think we're gonna be okay. I think we can just kill her, and then we'll solve the problem.
At least one of the problems
Surely.
we have is solvable. Thank God. Thank God, not gods. I'm not gonna be thinking gods plural starting nowadays.
Oh, I think she's planning to come to Millstone or find us or something. She seemed really, and Juniper kind of like looked to Locke, kind of clutching like both sides of him, like very seriously. She mentioned being really infuriated at me and Nina, but really Nina, like wanting to do awful things to Nina.
I mean,
I know that me and Nina were very nice, and like we kind of interrogated her down there, but I mean, she was a liar. What she was doing was wrong.
yeah.
I think, should we be worried about those frog things again? There were so many of them. Weren't there like black and red and blue and green and white and all of the colors or something? Isn't that what
There was a
everybody
couple of
was
those, yeah.
yelling about? And Locke, that was when they laid that egg in your arm, right?
Yeah, that's when all this started happening with me.
We can't have that happen here. I don't even know what to do.
Kind of. Is there? I mean, from the big flesh guy. We've been practicing the drill, right, to get everyone into the temples. If it really comes down to it.
Can you repeat the question, Akbar? Sorry, because here.
Since the big fleshy guy showed up outside of town, we've been practicing like the drill to get people into the temples in case of danger, right?
Mhm.
Okay, I'm just. Wow. Okay, so I'm assuming she's not going to give us a timetable on when she's going to show up. Maybe we should put some people that are guards. It looks at Locke, who's the sheriff, around like people that are going outside of town, just to make
Definitely.
sure.
I mean, you did say that the astral plane time doesn't even flow there. She could be waiting for an eternity, and could we keep up with that as well?
Or she could have waited like 10 seconds in our time. Like, who knows?
That's an annoying one.
Yeah.
Why everything is happening together?
I don't know.
You tell
Is
me.
it really?
I don't know.
I tell you, it's a curse the gods have laid upon us.
Yeah,
You
that
know
makes
what? I'm
sense.
gonna take things one by one. You take care of Millstone not getting destroyed, alright? I'll take care of the religious matters for the time being. Don't think about it.
I'll try not to, Kayana. I'll really try. Oh my god.
What do we do?
What the fuck, guys?
I didn't. What is with all of it? Kayana makes an excellent point. This is a lot of things all at once. Does that mean she's gonna keep visiting in my dreams? Is she just replacing Mother?
I mean, are we sure that? I'm confused. She came to you in your dreams, right?
Yeah, I think.
A knock will be heard on the door.
Why was she
Mr.
waiting then?
Kara?
Oh no.
Fuck's sake.
I'll go get it. Is shivering as he walks out the door. Oh, she actually locked it this time. Good job, Kayana.
Oh, Mr. Rockvar, I did discuss with the other children, and we're thinking if you actually are going to give us your approval of scheduling a small brawling tournament for us tomorrow night. A small one. It will be like for up to 8 people. We have already 6, so I guess we are gonna find 2 more in a best of 1 fight for concept, and quarterfinals, semifinals, finals, something like that. Can we please do that?
Akbar is fake smiling really hard, trying to go through all of this. I mean, well, okay. So, how about, okay, shit. Akbar thinks, was this, is he supposed to do the lecture today?
Yes, later on today.
Fuck. Okay. All right. Okay, yes. All right. Who's gonna be there?
I'm gonna be. Samantha's gonna be. Mita is
Okay.
gonna be for sure. I'm not sure about Toby, I think he told us yesterday that if we did anything, he would be in, but I didn't see him today, so who knows? And there are then the twins, uh, Zach and Milan, and there is also Dara. I'm sure we can find one more.
Yeah, what you didn't see Mikhail today? What? What?
Yeah, I did say meet him.
But you didn't see him.
I didn't see Tobias, but yesterday Tobias
Oh.
told us that we're good.
Oh, okay. Oh, phew. All right. Okay. So, oh man, as long as it's after the lecture, it's fine. Okay. I listen.
It's tomorrow,
at the
sir.
arena, sure.
We're all
yes.
gonna be in the lecture. We're all gonna
Totally,
be
totally. Yeah, yeah. As just so long as we've got the sheriff, we got me there. Make sure we're there first, and we go over the rules. All right.
there. Right. I mean, since we are going to already be there, do you want perhaps after the lecture to discuss the rules?
That would be superb.
Yay! Hooray, guys! We can do it! As he runs away, you can see behind the bushes two more
Okay.
children showing up, like they were observing the conversation clearly. We can
Oh,
do
boy.
this! As he runs to inform everyone.
Oh my. Well, Luthik, help me. Oh my lord. And he'll close the door and lock it. Doof, doof, doof. Oh, unless you guys want to talk before I come back.
So what are you thinking, Locke? We've got to tell Nina, but like I don't know what to do.
Well, two things to do, really. One is we get a perimeter going like we did when your mom's fucking push present was incoming. This little site outpost let us know. But secondly, and possibly helpful, do you or Ogvar or some other fucking magic person be able to find this bitch before she shows up?
I'm not sure. I mean, I guess we could try. Maybe we can talk to Bella about scrying or something.
I mean, kind of like what we did with the fucking giant body thing. It's best to try to meet this thing before it gets here with everyone. But barring that, we just
That's
need to
true.
repair around the town.
Well, do we think maybe we should go to her first?
Yes,
You
if
know
we can
she's.
fucking find where she is, yeah.
Well, I mean, like, we know that she's in my head somehow. And that we
Right.
know that she's in, uh, like the astral plane. Can we not talk to Bob? The 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 gift or whatever.
I mean, that was his big fucking thing, was trying to fight these, so maybe he
She
would better
mentioned it.
know how.
Somehow she knew. She knew, like, you remember we were supposed to go and train with him? She knew that. She mentioned it.
I know, I remember that, yeah. Yeah, well, how do we get... Man, even the fucking name Bob, how do we get in contact with Bob?
I thought we had a sending stone thingy, but I don't know what happened to that.
What?
That rock thingy, right?
I don't know about a fucking rock, but I mean, if any of you can talk to him, he might know. How do we fucking find her? I mean, yeah, it's best to meet her before she gets here, but if not, we gotta prep this place.
True. I mean, we should prep it anyways, obviously. I don't even know what to do, right? Do you know what's the kind of escape plan we should have for everyone?
I mean, it looked kind of solid when the fucking thing was coming from your mom. We get everyone on a boat to piss off or either hunker down in some of the bigger buildings. All the fighters kind of make a perimeter.
Oh, well, I have um my grove, but mm, there's
Oh yeah, is your
maybe
grove fucking done?
it should be. Yeah, it should have been done for sure. It's been like a year.
Well, that might help.
Should we tell everyone to like go on vacation or something?
I don't know how telling a town to go on vacation is gonna work. If anything, we can let them know to be ready, kind of like just a soft warning, like, hey, shit might happen. Just keep an eye out. Otherwise, I don't know.
Yeah. Oh man, Nina's not really in the condition to do this, is she?
I mean, no, but if the alternative is dying to fucking slot, I mean, that's a bit of a motivator.
um, Bray, you're so quiet.
Tristan, are you
Oliver!
here? Brennan might be off.
Gosh, Vanna better get her head out of her ass and up here. Oh my god. So there's gonna be a small tournament tomorrow. Little tiny one.
What? Tomorrow? Do we even have time for that?
I mean, what else are we gonna be doing with our time?
Leaving? Getting people out of here?
Yeah, where and for how long? We don't fucking know. And I mean, especially if your fucking grove's up, that means it's a little bit more protection.
I guess.
I mean, whatever the fuck that does. But I mean, how it sounds is if we can't fucking find the bitch first, then we just gotta get ready for her.
Yeah.
Alright, fine. Ogvar, can we find the fucking bitch first?
We can talk to the wizards, like I said earlier. They had that orb, and two of them knew Tyria.
Alright. Oh, memories are starting to come back to me. Yeah, that like murdered apprentices and shit. Alright, yeah, in June's, you all went to fucking wherever you went. High Hall in like a day, right? Iron Haven's closer, yeah?
Yeah. Iron Haven's definitely closer.
Alright, that's a bit of a quick recourse.
Can you guys hear me real quick? Sorry.
We can
No,
now.
we can't.
Yep.
Oh, okay. I've been trying to talk for the past like 10 fucking minutes.
Oh no! That's a curse. I hate it when that happens. Hey, you're here.
Okay,
Complete the
no,
transmit.
sorry, no, I got so lost trying to fix my mic. Cause I know it was muted.
It's okay, Brian.
Okay.
I
We
mean,
forgive you, kinda.
that's what I think. What do you think, Bray?
I won't be. It's a little concerning that she's been waiting all this time for us, and that now that she's coming back. But in my mind, I've always been waiting for her to kind of resurface.
I mean, yeah, that's a long fucking grudge, but only people who are assured of their victory let them know before they're coming. So she's got fucking something planned. So we need to try to head this off at the stem.
It's just so confusing. I mean, she said she's been waiting for us, but all of a sudden she's peering in on Juniper's head.
Well, bitch is already crazy. She's, butting up to those fucking frogs. So
Tyria, not
what?
I'd have.
said bitch is crazy, so I got really confused.
Yeah, yeah.
It's
Oh, sorry, the blue bitch. Yeah,
Yeah, okay.
yeah.
Okay.
All right,
So-
so
We can do that. Yeah. I mean,
all right, I'll go rally up the better fighters among the citizenry. Tell them to fucking do some watch rotations in the woods.
Boy.
While we fuck off to Ironhaven to talk to these guys.
I can get the sailors ready. Just have them. What would you rather have them do? Aid in taking care of Millstone or getting it ready in case they need to evacuate anything again?
I mean, my personal opinion, I think you should get the ship rigged and ready for fucking exfil as soon as needed. With with some of the ones who can't fight. We
Yeah,
get some of
anchored
the
but
stronger
half-mast.
houses ready. Yeah, that's the term. And then we just get some of the ones who are just kind of out and about, just fucking ready and watchful. I mean, we ain't the only fucking fighters here, so.
yeah. A lot of people are raring for a fight.
Go outside
Uh,
the crew is.
I'll be right back. Awkward goes and checks on their children.
Oh, so I don't know. Maybe I am crazy. Maybe these aren't real. I really am seriously wondering what's going on anymore. I feel like everything's blurring.
Juniper, when it comes to dreams, you and I, there's a weird line that is been drawn for you and I. It, I wouldn't necessarily knock off what you are dreaming right now as just a dream. I mean, there was some reality to what your mother was saying when she was inside your head. So, if this Tieria is in your dreams,
I'm not trying to discount that I might just be plain crazy at this point. I did go to the fourth layer, which I think Bennett said wasn't a very good idea.
aye, and that is gonna bring some dangers. Exactly. I don't think I don't exactly agree that it's you that's being crazy. I think these are some real dangers that you have picked up because of going to the fourth layer. Some pre precognitions.
I don't know. I mean, I really, with the babies waking up so often, I don't get enough sleep.
Yeah, well, look, I don't know what all this fucking fourth layer shit is, but even if this shit isn't real, it would still be helpful for us to go to Ironhaven and check up, because that is still a danger that's been lingering for a little bit, so.
No, you're right, you're right. That's absolutely something we should do. I don't want anything to threaten. Well, apparently all of our things in the past are coming back to threaten us, so I don't. That's the best solution.
Well, yeah.
The best solution to me is to treat this like a real threat until it isn't one. I don't want to joke around with your dreams, Juniper. Your dreams are
I know.
nothing serious.
Yeah, for
I
sure.
Deathly serious.
I mean, you just fucking zoned out for a minute just thinking about something no one's thought about for years, so I think that's more real than crazy.
Yeah. Ugh. Is there anything else that we've encountered that might come back? We've already talked to Corey. Now we've got Slod Lady. What else is like?
Wait, did we kill the quarry? Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Uh,
Everything's
Let me
just
think.
lingering.
We killed the mushroom dragon.
But Zex Demoy or whatever is still alive.
Well, they're a whole nother story. They're like a big old fiendish person,
Like a
right?
god?
Or,
Like
I mean,
Kayana was
sort of,
mentioning?
yeah. Yeah.
Ugh, I don't think I even followed what Kayana was saying. I think that's when I dozed.
Yeah, you
Ugh,
kind of
I
stared at her like straight in the eyes for a long time, which like never happens.
It's just, I'm so tired these days, and it's just hard to concentrate on what everybody's saying.
Oh,
So we should go to Ironhaven. Well, we have this tournament though first. So after the tournament, then we go straight to Ironhaven. We should also. Where's Shar? We should talk to Shar, right?
Yeah. Hmm.
She mentioned like in one of her letters or something, right?
Ogbar looks to the study where the scroll of dream is. I mean, we could.
Well,
Do we want to use that right now?
use what? The scroll?
Yeah. I mean, we could tell her right
Oh.
away.
Through the no, I don't wanna. Can't we just figure out where did her letter come from? She's there, right? Why don't we just go there?
Do we have a return address on this letter? BG. Or sorry.
Yeah. Probably not a return address, as Shar has repeatedly said, like she's been on a boat basically this entire time. You do know that she is, out of
Scrawny.
character. Out of character. I
Tiny.
forget the name of the country.
what's going
Cool.
on?
I'm wondering if we know where
Belgos?
we can.
Oh,
Yes.
are you? Yeah.
Is that the kingdom you're referring to?
No, the one that Shar is in right now.
Yeah.
Isn't she in Zul? I thought she was there, but
No. She's not allowed back in Zool.
Midland, perhaps then.
No, the one on the right with like all the atoll, with like all the islands. The
Rakasta?
pirate,
Rakasta, yeah.
Yes, Rakasta.
Okay.
Yeah, that's where she is.
Shar. She's locked up with the NTSP or whatever it was.
If she's there with the pirate, wait, on Pirate Island, we could just teleport there. We could treeport.
Oh, I
Wait,
guess that's true.
character.
Wait,
Wait, is it? No, I'm thinking.
I'm
on
confused.
hang on.
I'm gonna
Hold
put you on the area map. Make this a bit easier.
Okay.
Rakasta is the pirate islands right here on the right. No,
Yes.
not sure if you're-
Oh, completely
Ocean.
different pirate island.
Yeah, not the King Atolls.
Yes, Rakasta. That's what it is. That's where she is.
Okay.
End of this parenthesis here.
she's been picked up by the North Tessera Trading Company, the NTTC. So, or maybe I don't, wherever Shar is, maybe we can get to her for that darn stolen thingy, so we'll go to first Ironhaven right after the tournament? Did you guys already set up everything for the turn?
Char's like forever away, Juniper. I don't even know. I think a good starting point would be going to Ironhaven and talking to those wizards for the orb. And then we'll figure it out from there. One step at a time.
Okay. gonna go right?
I hope so.
In time,
Well,
I have gathered
right.
people here, so when you want to proceed for the lecture, go for it. But of course, take
boy.
your time in this conversation.
Our seas out the window.
There's a
Oh
crowd.
my god. Should we take Poppy and Orin? I mean, we're just looking at the orb, right? I mean, I don't know which place would be safer for them.
Yeah, we can take them along.
Okay.
It'd be a fun trip, right? Because it's not gonna be bad. We're just gonna see the
Just looking at
wizards,
an
right?
orb. That's all. Yep.
Yeah.
Seeing how their frog research is going, because I think they were doing something with the frog head.
Sounds good to me.
Ugh.
This will be like their first trip out too.
Yeah, they could see all the sights and smells.
Yeah.
Yeah, no stress. So,
No
you're
stress.
what? You're gonna be talking to everyone right fucking now. Is that the plan?
Well, I guess that's what they're gathering there for.
All right. So you talk.
Huh.
The kids can fucking figure all that shit out, and then we got a hot foot to Ironhaven. After your little talk, I'll go start talking to some of the people around just to get some shift watches going, and then we'll take off when ready.
All right, Sheriff.
Sound good? Getting the ship ready, Bray.
Aye, I'll go get it. You don't need me for the speech, do you?
I think I'll be okay. I just make sure you prepare enough for like multiple weeks. Just in case I don't
Multiple weeks?
like. Yeah, I mean like rations and stuff, because I don't.
Aye.
We don't know
Okay.
when this shit's gonna go down, or if it will, or how long it will, or when it will, or how it will. We don't know anything.
I'll have the ship ready.
This is fucked up, guys. Wow,
The speech?
this whole situation, it's just really fucked up, man. Whew.
That's what we get, I guess. As long as Stargazer doesn't want to pull on a port, I think all our loose ends are tied, so hopefully this is the last fucking surprise.
Yeah,
Oh.
Yumika.
Yeah.
I mean, best case scenario, it's just me being a little crazy again.
Yeah, well, luck has a way of fucking us, so I don't think you're crazy, James. Oh, point to that fact, Og. If everyone's already gathered for your little lecture speech thing, this might be the opportunity to tell them just to be on a higher sense of awareness for a little bit.
Yeah.
You know what? Maybe really mention about those kids running around so loosely without any supervision constantly. Because
Yeah.
with this whole situation, I just don't think it's great.
Yeah.
Right.
Gonna
Well,
gonna give them parents a little scolding for that one.
Yeah.
I need to talk to that baker because he has no understanding of what's going on with this child.
Well, did you guys already spoke to the kids' parents, right? Didn't you the other day or so?
Aye,
What come of it?
they seem to be I talked to the baker and he seemed to be okay with me having his child become part of the crew, but they're surprisingly hands-offish. They're very hands-off with their children, and so they're so concerning. The town is growing substantially. If we don't have anybody to keep a watch on these kids, then there could be a problem later on.
Bakers have always been shifty folks anyway. But, yeah, and don't fucking get me started about what I'm doing. I got something else to do.
Never
on
trust
that,
a baker.
I think, first things first is, you got some people to talk to and let them know that they'd be ready for anything, and we'll go from there.
Mm-hmm.
Well, wait, what are you referring to, Locke? What's going on?
Bigger things first, Junes. We got to gently tell people a fucking frog army's coming to kill them.
And maybe their gods hate them.
Well, I have my own opinions about that whole shit, but yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I feel like it's common knowledge among New Yorks at this point. How shit our lives have been.
I mean, I guess that's right. I just want the children to be safe in multiple ways. I don't want to throw them into a corner with people they can't handle. I already know that little girl is, frustrated with her peers. Close proximity and threats probably won't help those environments. No, is that just me? No one else cares?
No,
No, yeah, it's just. I'll be completely honest with you, Junes. There's levels of shit to be focused on, and that's kind of in the middle right now.
we have rules set up. I thought, that's what we were doing, right? To make sure that people don't fucking die.
That's not
in
what
this
I
shit.
mean. I mean, if
But-
their home life isn't very good, if their
Oh.
friendships aren't very good outside of this, and we're packing them like rats into a boat, that's gonna wear on people. I don't want anything to happen that we're gonna regret by putting them in this stressful environment.
Juniper, I don't know about you, but when, you were grabbed by one of these frogs and being taken away from me, that was pretty stressful. I didn't enjoy that. I don't want to compare apples to oranges or anything, because that makes no sense. Why would you compare an apple to an orange, first of all? But it's just,
It's
I
fine.
feel like it'd be
get
less
it,
stressful.
Whatever. You do whatever you're gonna do.
Mm,
Just get the speech stuff over with so we can start looking forward to our trip and get going and see if we can figure this out.
I look scared.
Oh, why are you scared?
I'm scared. I just.
Do you want us to go with you or something?
No, I could do the lecture. I didn't mean to, push a button. Sorry.
You didn't push a button. You're fine. I'm overwhelmed and sleep deprived.
Yeah, exactly why I don't want to push buttons.
Oh, it's fine. I'm just stressed. It's fine. It's fine. I gotta figure out what we're gonna bring anyways if we're taking the babies. So you guys can go head out and I'll go check on them and figure out what we're gonna pack.
Okay.
Is there anything else that we need to do? We've outlined everything that we're gonna do, right?
I think so.
Okay. Alright. Fine. Sounds good. I'm going now. Sorry, oh, my goodness, is back. Hitting up to the kitchen for a muffin.
Well, she's handling it well. Ready, big guy?
Oh. Yeah.
Look, I know it's no, but we gotta get this through.
Uh-huh.
I'll be there with you, don't worry.
Okay.
I will not. And Bray starts to head towards the ship.
Okay, thanks for support, Bray. Pats Brain on the back as he leaves.
Right into the ground because he's so short.
Yeah, pats on the head instead.
Hey, Hog.
Yeah.
You got this.
Am I sweating a lot? I feel like I'm sweating a lot.
I'll be honest, it's slightly concerning in this fucking cold weather, but a little bit. Listen, man. For all the shit we've done the past 3 years, there's just another thing to do. We're gonna keep these guys safe. We're gonna keep your kids safe. We're gonna keep June safe. We're gonna do what needs to be done like we've always done.
This is... I thought it was gonna be hard. I knew it was gonna be hard. Fuck, this is crazy. I have to... everyone in my life it's meant to protect her and them, and with this town now I have to protect all these people, and now I have to make sure they're out of the way, and we have hypothetical gods and frog things coming after us now, and now I have to walk out there and try and convince these people it's okay when it's not.
Honestly, no, it's not okay. This fucking life we're in is never okay. But if not for you and everything you've been doing, all these people had already been dead by now. And so you're gonna keep doing what you have been doing. Yeah, it's hard, and I don't fucking envy, being the fucking mayor of all this bullshit. It's not a fun responsibility. I mean, I worry enough with Dina. It's been a year of her in constant pain, and before that, just all the shit we've put ourselves in. So I can't really imagine fucking triplicating that with kids and then being the fucking figurehead for all these people here in town. And that doesn't really change what you're gonna do, though.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I don't fucking know if it'll be okay, but it always has. We just gotta keep pushing.
Okay.
I'll be at your back for this, man. Don't worry. Just tell them what they need to know. Gotta be ready. Whatever your luxury thing is. Don't mention gods. I don't fucking know about that.
Yeah,
but that's
I was
right
gonna
now.
leave that out.
Yeah. And then what? The kids are fighting right after this? Is that what I heard?
Well, I said tomorrow, but maybe I said tomorrow, but because they just asked me, and I didn't want to say no, and I also didn't want to say yes, but it's why am I in charge of these children? Okay, so I said tomorrow, but maybe we can be surprise, it's happening today, so we can get it out of the way, and then we can just put them on the boats and in the temples. I don't know.
Well, it's your call. It's your call. I don't know if we need to do boats and temples right now, because who knows how far
That's
away
what
this
I'm
thing will
confused
be,
about.
but-
don't
Look,
know when this
this-
is happening, and
No, exactly, and we need to fucking find out as soon as possible. No, you know what? No, the fucking
The
this little
sweating's
fuck-
getting worse.
Hey, I'm gonna say it's okay, but I can't guarantee it. But it'll be okay. We're gonna do what we've done. The tournament is gonna fucking happen today because new shit's happened, and they're gonna be letting know of that and be ready and watch each other's backs. And we're gonna go to Ironhaven and figure this shit out.
Okay. All right. Okay. Just
Hey.
let me.
Hey, one last thing. If these people didn't believe and trust you, they wouldn't fucking be here. Don't stress about it.
Yeah.
I mean, stress
yeah.
about the fucking frog army, but don't stress about talking to them. Is what I'm getting.
Yeah,
at.
there are some things that you need to stress about.
No, yeah,
I
yeah.
understand. Thank you. Let me. I'm just gonna go grab my notes real quick so I don't forget them.
Okay, I'll head over.
Bar walks into the study. Goes up to pick up his chicken scratch notes. And then he notices a little piece of paper. And he picks it up. And it's cute little imprints of colored paints of what look like little footprints and little tiny handprints. Mm. And he opens a drawer and puts it inside to go find a frame later. Okay. I'll pick up his notes and crack the door open to Juniper. I love you guys. I'm sorry if I'm stressed.
Oh no, you're fine. It's all good. Go do what you have to, and we'll talk about it later, okay?
Yeah. Thank you for the thank you.
Oh,
And
you
he'll
saw it?
start walking. Yeah, it's really cute. I like it. I was thinking maybe we could get a frame for it when we go to Ironhaven.
Oh, that's a great idea.
Well, I gotta go to the thing, so
Yeah,
I'll be back.
go. Okay.
And
Good
Ogvar
luck.
walks. Thank you. Yeah. Okay. You too. Okay. Walks out the door. Walks over to the temple, trying to avoid eyesight of as many people as possible.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my god, this is
There she is. There she is.
Oh,
Okay,
boy.
Huss. It seems to be starting. Yeah. All right. As you can see, people were chit-chatting, of course. But since they see you close in gravity, they're going to be becoming pretty much silent, trying to devote themselves to what you are here to offer.
Ogvar wraps a slightly scruffy green scarf around his neck to comfort himself and walk in. Whew, okay. All right. Flips through notes. Okay. Looks to lock. Am I supposed to do I say something as to start it off, or?
Locke's kind of put his hand on the back of Ogvar's shoulder and just push him forward a couple paces.
Oh, okay.
Hey, everyone listen up. There's some shit going on, so pay attention.
Okay.
What's going on? Is it going on? I don't know. They will tell us eventually.
Alright, Ogvar is reading his notes over and over, and mutters under his breath, okay, cave brother, give me strength, please. And he'll cast thaumaturgy to enhance his voice and make it quite loud. Hello, Millstone. You know me. I'm Ogvar Kara, co-founder. I'm just gonna get right into this because I'm in case you couldn't tell, I'm not the best at speaking. Okay, so lizard folk have a saying. Excuse my poor Draconic, I'm not a native speaker. Harakthar Askar means a corpse cannot teach basket weaving. Now, alone, that sounds really dumb. I understand. I mean, not dumb. Obviously, that's a saying. It doesn't sound like it would apply, but it does. This when you're gone, when there's no one to teach you right from wrong, who are you going to learn from? Lizard folk experience this, and they have spoken to the issue, and they know that they must survive, they must teach their people, they must be able to, even as barbaric as it looks to Kayana, even as barbaric as people think they are, they care for their people, and they want to make sure that they're taught and are able to survive. And they can't do that without teachers. I have a friend. He told me about his parents, a very strong mother, that every moment of her life was dedicated to nurturing him and making sure that he was okay, and that when his father was out, that he was fed and clothed and kept safe. And he had a father that was maybe strict or hard on him at times when learning with a bow, but he was fair, and he cared for him in his own way. The love was there, even if it was with a rough hand. What I'm trying to say is, even at the barest essentials with elvish traditional families and lizard folk tradition, there's a root there that's always keeping them together, and keeping them tightly knit, and making sure that they're all living and coexisting together. And even in orcish war bands, it's, although that is a lot more brutal, they're taught to trust each other with their lives as much as you can in that sort of society, and we're not so different as we believe ourselves to be. Looks at his notes. I did not have someone to teach me basket weaving. I grew up in an orcish tribe that I don't feel like I belonged in. I was much more of an intellectual pursuer, and that wasn't something that was too appreciated. I was knocked around, and I was shunned for terrible things that I myself had done. But I found some people that could weave beautiful baskets. This is hypothetical, but they taught me how to live, and they taught me how to grow and to love and to protect. And they weren't orcs. They were people. They were half orc. They were tiefling. They were some fang thing. It didn't matter that they weren't a part of my tribe, because they were a part of my family, and they still are, even to this day. And that's kind of what I was hoping for here in Millstone. You know, a millstone, you put your grains in front of it, and it smashes them, it blends them and pulverizes them into dust, and no matter what you put in, it's going to be ground up into this meal, and you give it to a baker, and they can make the warmest, most comforting thing that you can imagine, something so fulfilling to you. And it all comes from all these different little seeds, all blended together. All these experiences, all these traditions. And even if some terrible, terrible traditions lurk in your past, you can take some of those out, you can mold some of those, but there's gonna be those spots in the bread that's a little too grainy, you know. But okay, this is getting away from me. It's important to have tradition. It's important to lay credence to your old life and keep that alive. But it's also important to realize when some tradition needs to be changed and healed in a certain way. There are terrible things that we've done in our past, that our peoples have done in our past. But the path to those wretched things is not what needs to be villainized. We just need to know how to walk it. You can do your best to remove every piece of grain, every terrible experience from your life, to lose that memory. But it will always stay with you. You just need to make sure that it's strengthening this loaf that we have here. That's why we're a millstone. We have elves, we have humans, we have whatever Mr. Corborel is. Gestures up there. We're all here, and we're all together, and we're all mixing and mashing together these alien concepts with each other, and we're coming out for the better of it. And I feel like it's working. I feel like we're doing well, and I feel like that's what I'm trying to get at here, is we're Millstone, and we will mix, and we will create something beautiful. And in honor of healing traditions of the past, we will be holding a tournament to not to pulverize our opponents or to release some sort of vitriol that we have, but to healthily keep ourselves in check and to teach each other how to protect ourselves. Because more than anything, that is what we need right now. We will be holding a tournament. I believe I've spoken with some of the children and parents around here about a time, but I think it might be prudent to do it right after this. Agora is kind of getting nervous. But tonight we'll go over the rules and we'll start, I guess, to get everyone ready to teach you how to do this the right way, to walk this path without ending it in travesty. Yeah. And there is we're making preparations for something that we will let you know the nature of as soon as we learn more about it. But that's all. Thank you. He sort of just backs up.
The people will start clapping slowly at the beginning. Bravo! Excellent! As well, the content was very nice. Let's check out for Ogvar's delivered a little bit by giving us a persuasion check. I'm not going to punish you even if you laurel for that, of course. You delivered
Punish
pretty
him.
well, judging by the anxiousness, but the rolls depict that as well. Look at that.
Who the fuck did that?
It was me.
And yeah, you're going to see that people have smiles on their face or they are being quite thoughtful, trying to absorb all that information. As soon enough, you're going to see some people coming down on the area, as kind of will say, well done, Ogvar. That was even better than expected.
Oh, thanks, Kayama. Oh, man.
In the end, I guess I didn't manage to make you anxious. Didn't want to in the first place, but I thought that I might have ruined your speeds. Thankfully, you're good.
Oh, you're too kind.
And then the children will be rushing forward. As Meteor will say towards Ogvar, saying, Mr. Ogvar, McTheer told us that we would have a talk after this. By the way, amazing. Your speech was really nice.
Oh, thanks. Yeah. Yeah, we
Some other
are.
people are going to come over to congratulate you for a moment, as the children will understand that, okay, they will have to wait for a couple minutes until the crowd goes away. Nina will be giving you a big thumbs up. Some familiar faces in general around, and some not so much.
Agua will be shaking hands, but will be very obviously anxious with all the attention.
An important
Thank
part
you.
that usually comes with adventuring is being able to assess the strengths of someone else. And usually it's not a skill that you use on everyday life on the road, but you're going to notice a person in the crowd that you haven't noticed a lot, but he seems to be giving off a quite interesting, peculiar aura. Particularly, I'd say Locke. I would notice that being a little bit more perceptive and also not focused on the speech. you're going to see this elf that seems to be quite equipped in general, with some of nice studded leather and some stuff there. And of course, there are some forest gnomes, Mr. Mugwort and the family. They would be there to put that speeds before heading back to their works, and slowly the crowd will disperse.
Oh my gosh. All right, do we have Ogbar looks locked. Do we have like all the rules together? I mean,
Locke's momentarily distracted by that individual leaving.
Oh, what was that?
we have like all the rules prepared, right? I mean, I feel like, you know, just like nothing above, like, you know, or I guess below the belt. That's the term. But like, you can hit people in the leg. This is really difficult to explain. We're not to brutally hurt someone.
Oh, no, that's... Yeah, it's straightforward. I mean, I'll fill in anything that you don't got if you need.
Yeah, okay. You good? Oof.
That was good, man. That was good. Like no shit. I think that tracked well. That was impressive. I mean, not to be mean, but that was good coming from you.
No, I totally understand. Thank you. That was okay. Well, the hard part's out of the way now, right? Now we just have to worry about all the other shit. Ogbar will to the
Real
children.
quick, are we doing this today or tomorrow?
I guess we're doing it today. I mean,
You know what?
'Cause-
That's well.
we don't know if we're gonna be here tomorrow. I don't know. You know.
You know what? That's a that's a fair idea. If we explain the shit today, they can spend the night prepping and rock it tomorrow, right?
Yeah.
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 All right, Mr. Kara and Mr. Locke. So what's the plan? What are the rules? The rest are waiting for us to deliver the rule sets to them.
Okay. Well, I think it goes without saying, no hair pulling. Man, I really don't.
You don't have to say all the rules. I mean, if
I feel like the
you can
gist
make
that
up a
he would
couple if
put,
you wish and focus on the real details.
the gist that he would put down is that, listen, this is not for. I know some of you want to prove yourselves, and that's okay. That's totally fine to want to make it known that you're a strong group of young warriors. That's great, and I applaud you for that. Just know that these should be your friends. I hope you all keep that in mind, and that we're not aiming to mar anyone. This is to make you stronger, not other people weaker. Okay?
Mm-hmm.
That's sort of the gist I go
Good.
for.
Of course. All right, guys, it's on. I can't believe it. We're having a tournament. It's been so long. Yes, I'm going to be once more the first one. As you'll say, I'm not so sure. Since I've been practicing sailing for the last 2 weeks, I'm gonna be that much stronger than you. What 2 weeks? You just yesterday met the captain. Shut up, it's been 2 weeks, okay? As Toby will be mostly silent over this, as he will look at Locke and will say, All right, guys. I'll see you all tomorrow. I'm gonna go lie down and practice a little bit.
Mm. Agua will sort of just give a small nod to Macthier. Mm.
And at this point, with the children leaving and the speech coming to an end, this is where we're gonna put a pause to our session for today.
Oh my gosh, BG.
Oof. Oof.
That's a lot of stuff you packed in there.
I mean, since it's mostly role-playing session, I have to do a lot of stuff. But I
I've
love
never
that.
been thrown back into the past like that, though.
Yeah. Well, probably this and the next one, they have a lot of shared concepts. So I guess that they might be, they are already gotten a bit, but they're going to get quite chaotic to an extent with a lot of things to that you don't have to exactly deal with right now, but to keep in mind. But I'm sure you're going to enjoy some of the things that we're going to see in the next one as well.
I had a lot of fun this session. This was great, especially having the throwback to old things that I very clearly forgot about and them coming back around.
I mean, it's the original storyline, you know.
It
Yeah,
is.
yeah,
A
and
lot
all
of
that
this
is,
has been.
how you all met. We were eventually gonna get back to this.
Oh man.
The evil. I was
Good
wondering
stuff,
when the
man.
evil murder toads were gonna come back.
Yeah, and I'll tell you what, I really like Splady. I have been preparing myself on how to depict them, and I'm not ready yet, but I'm gonna be ready soon enough.
Ooh.
I'm
Make some-
excited.
Yeah,
I think some parallel game
we'll
knowledge.
see,
and
we'll
it's
see.
gonna be
But
weird.
yeah, I will leave you off with that for today. Thanks for being here, and I'll see you on the next one.
Aw. See you guys.
Sounds good. Thank you much.
See you.
Bye.
Bye.
Peace.
See ya.
Goodbye, people of the stream. Have a good night.